you could be making savings on every order you place. For just £7.97 a month, you'll benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom Members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with a craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888 and join Freedom today.
Right then, so as I said, we have been super busy for the complete collection. If you are just joining us, maybe you've been out for just an afternoon stroll or an evening stroll, then I'm just going to break down the complete collection for you because it's really important that you know all the savings that carry over. So we have officially 2 options of the one-day special. This is your first option here, and we've popped it at the bottom of the screen. So this one is the Thinking of You, I believe. Excellent. So this is the Thinking of You. You have got the beautiful border die, and then you've also got those fabulous florals in die form, and you've got those beautiful, beautiful stamps. Look at those. They're absolutely stunning. Then at the top, you've got this. It's really lovely, this collection. By the way, the whole collection is called Say It With Flowers. I love this window. It's fabulous, isn't it? And then, of course, very quickly, I will flick through our paper pad here. Here we go. Look, Say It With Flowers. Beautiful greens and yellows in this collection. So you get your, what am I trying to say? You get your patterns and then you get your sort of blenders to tone with it. Now on this first option of the one-day special, you are getting a £12 saving. That carries over in the complete. Then we've got our beautiful flowers and blue skies. Again, you've got that same sort of premise where you've got the embossing folder with the die in. I am right about that, aren't I? Yes, I am. Good, good, good. And then down at the bottom, you've got that lovely, it's almost like a Moroccan field die. And then moving along, so the florals don't duplicate. You've got different florals in this of your dies and your stamps. And then very quickly again, I'll flick through this lovely paper pad with the salmons and the peaches and the lovely, lovely pinks. Once more, you get your patterns, and then you go through to your sort of toning pages, which are just coming up here. There you are. Both paper pads are 170 GSM, by the way. So that's then got another £12 saving. I've got to hurry up now because I know we're running out of time. Then we go on to this lovely set here, lovely essentials, where you've got your die cut block, you've got your 4 sheets of double-sided A4 paper, and you've got those stencils. So once more, very quick flick through our lovely papers. These ones are double-sided. I love that. It's like pressed flowers, isn't it? There you go. Oh, gotta be quick, gotta be quick. And you've got the die cut block that's in here, which is brilliant. It all tones fantastically. And then you've got £6 saving on that. That carries over. We're up to £30 off. Then finally, you've got your 12 by 12 papers, and you've got all of those beautiful stamps, the florals and those big background stamps, which are amazing. Now on this, you've got an £8 saving. So far, we are up to £38 off. Now, if you're not a Freedom member, you get a further £10 off the complete. So you can do the maths, 38 plus 10. But if you're a Freedom member, a further 10% off. So that's £38 plus an extra £18.97. You do the maths. And again, your postage is covered. And not only do we spread the cost for you, it's 3 ways instead of 2. So we'll swizzle it around so that you see your first instalment then today is £26 and... Here we go, it's going to go in a minute. 269604. Can we spin it around? There you go. 3 payments of £26.93. It has been a phenomenally busy hour. Thank you so much, Lou.
No, thank you. I've loved it.
Great
as
stuff.
always.
Ah, bless you. So we'll see you in an hour's time at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm finishing off my picture just to make sure, because I really enjoy using them. So
thank you, Lou.
You can't stop.
Take care. Right then, so that was Lou live via Skype. Make sure you are checking out your baskets. It's busy. Next time with the lovely Melissa, and we have got the English Stamp Company, followed by, we're back with, of course, Lou, and after that, So Easy Sashiko.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue, and together with my husband Alfie, we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. I get to demonstrate lots of different techniques for you to understand how to use our products and hopefully inspire you. I've got loads of fantastic ideas buzzing around in my head, so I can't wait to get those filtered into our products and out to you at home. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue.
Hi, I'm Abs from Holland Create. I've been crafting for over 10 years now, and I love stamping, stenciling, creating layers, colours, textures and creating depth and dimension. Holland Create was established in October 2016, collaborating with a group of designers and artists from all over the world, bringing different designs and products in different styles. We pride ourselves with high quality photopolymer clear stamp sets, dyes, stencils, washi tapes and acrylic blocks, all in different size and formats. I hope to bring you inspiration and different ways of using your craft products. Make sure you don't miss the Holland Create shows.
Hi there, I'm Nick from Crafterscope. I've been crafting for as long as I can remember. It started off making things just for myself, but then friends and family asked if they could use them too. It was really important to me to bring something unique to the crafting arena, something that was different and something that people would enjoy using just as much as I do. Over time, I want Crafterscope products to build you a complete library of dies, stamps and stencils which you'll enjoy using whether you're new to crafting or you're a seasoned crafter. My products will complement everything that you have already, but they will also work perfectly as a standalone product. I really hope you'll come and join me for my shows with Crafterscope.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. We'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows.
Hi there, my name's Leona. I'm a presenter, a guest and a crafter. I love my job. I love the presenting side because I get to meet loads of really inspirational people, and that's just the beauty of this. There's always something new to learn. There's always something that you want to get into. It's fabulous. My Let Leona Loose show is also fantastic. It's my weekly highlight. I get to work with loads of really cool brands, loads of fantastic products, and again, I'm always learning. And I do get loads of wonderful viewers getting in touch as well, which is obviously a highlight of our job. I hope you can join me on my Let Leona Loose shows every Wednesday, 11 AM and 2 PM.
Hello, good evening. It's so nice to be working with Melissa again. Hello, good evening,
Hello,
Melissa.
how are you?
I'm good. It feels like it's been a while.
So long, yeah.
Yeah,
It has been a while.
So nice to see you
And
here.
you.
Now, you're bringing some fabulous stamps from the English Stamp Company. Can you tell us a little bit about their ethos and everything?
Yeah, it's a wonderful company, and I've known them for probably 5 or 6 years, maybe even more now. And it's a wonderful family company based down in Dorset, absolutely beautiful area. And all the stamps are made in the UK. Their eco credentials
friendly,
are amazing, yes. And the actual stamps themselves, they're polymer stamps, and then they've got beautiful beechwood, sustainably sourced beechwood as well, handles, so they're absolutely beautiful to use. And I fell in love with them way back when I met them at shows. And yeah, so I'm honoured to bring them to the craft store.
Yay, I know. Do you know
I
how
nearly
many
did it then,
times
I knew it the
first
time.
Now, so we've kind of got a lovely sea beach theme today, haven't we?
By the sea, but something a bit different.
Yes.
So we've got some beautiful shells, and they're all hand drawn, and they are absolutely stunning, and they just work on their own. Just a simple stamp, it looks absolutely beautiful. And then we've got some beautiful kind of seaweeds in there as well.
Nice.
And lovely sayings. I love my sentiments. And they are fabulous.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Just to say, they are, did you say what type of stamps are they?
They are polymer stamps.
Polymer, yes.
I'm just going to double. Yes.
Polymer. It's only because when I first saw them, I thought, oh, they're grey rubber. It's not. It's just because they've got that backing on that you can see. So there you go. So they're your polymer. You've done a nice little set of stamping for us, just so you can see the
just a
details.
little cheat sheet for you. Yeah, just because they do. It's hard to see on the block, but once you stamp them out just in a simple colour, the detail that is in there, they're beautiful.
Absolutely exquisite. Look at that. And then let's talk about as well, because these are really nice to hold, aren't they?
Once you've picked them up and worked with them, I find it difficult to go back to the kind of the clear stamps and things. I mean, I use all sorts of stamping, but these are beautiful. They just, you can feel the heritage in it.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, when you start stamping and pick them up straight away, they're gone, they're on. You know, you can ink them up and go.
And then you've done some lovely little samples here. Let's take a look at this one you've done for us.
A few very different samples for me. I'm playing around, but we've got, I just wanted to show all the different ways you can use them.
Absolutely.
I mean, my most favourite is just a single stamp on the page and a sentiment. It looks beautiful, but you can start playing with all your different mixed medias, loads of different techniques there with them, and they're just the star of the show, I think.
Yeah,
They're
definitely.
beautiful.
Look at this. So you've cut these ones out, done a bit of fussy
cutting, yes.
Ooh.
I forgot my glasses, so I'm going to have a go at it later, but it might not be very neat.
What about stamping onto fabric? See, that's just beautiful.
Isn't it lovely? Just a really plain, boring cotton hanky. If you use the right inks, which we will go through, they stamp beautifully. I've done clothing. We've got some more fabric samples to look at in a little while, but they are beautiful for stamping onto fabrics.
Wonderful. Okay, so you've got your 4 shell stamps, and these are 2-inch in size, £25.99, 914936. Then moving along, we've got some seaweed stamps. I love seaweed. I love eating it.
It is, and it's just beautifully designed, and it works in so many different ways. Again, just one on its own, or build up layers, and we'll be doing some layering in the first demo. So yeah, it's just got that kind of beautiful beach, not your candy floss kind of beach. Long walks.
Yeah, that's it. That's definitely it. And again, you've got these stamped out for us.
I have, yeah.
Thank you for doing that. There you
That's
can see
okay.
that.
It
the
just
seaweed.
shows them how lovely.
Lovely, beautiful, beautiful stamps. And then look at this sample that you've done for us. Isn't that gorgeous? Nice wash of a background.
Yep, really simple. Just use them simply. Build them up. Build a little forest of seaweeds.
Yeah.
All the different. Yeah, a little coral garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was just to show how you can kind of build them up, really.
Well, you can make scenes, and I know a lot of people have other, water-inspired stamps at home, like people have got mermaids and seahorses and things, and then these are a perfect accompaniment.
Add them in, yeah. And so you can just pick them up ink them, and you're off going.
19.99. Then you're getting the 3 seaweed stamps. They are 2 inches in size. 124432 is your item number. Then we've got some more shells, but this time we go on to, I believe they're 1 inch, yes. But let's show you the actual stamped out piece of paper here that we've got. Again, the detail is fantastic.
So good, isn't it? It's so, I mean, they are small, so you can use them again for backgrounds, or just little, the top of a letter or on the back of an envelope, that kind of a size. They look fabulous, but it's just the detail that they get into them. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've say just on plain paper, just so you can see those, the etchings.
And a nice little wash again, and that's just perfect. Add a sentiment, that's it, done.
Done, yeah, and that would take you a minute, maybe.
Yeah, literally. 12.99. Item number is 181770. Then moving along, we've got some nautical stamps. We've got, I think, a couple of different sizes here, so we'll show you. You've got 2 that are 1 inch, and you've got 1 2 inch. Again, it's let's have a look at how it stamps out. More detail. I mean, the fine strokes on the bird's wings.
I adore. I mean, I can't say I've got a favourite, but I adore the swallow. It's just stunning, and that is just as it is, just there, and it reminds me a lot that with the anchor as well and the rope. It's very kind of vintage. Pin-up Nauticalia.
I know what you're saying.
Nauticalia, is that the word?
I've seen lots of really fun retro tea dresses that have these sorts of prints on.
Exactly,
which
yeah.
I really like.
They're fabulous. And so it's got that kind of fun, but it's just beautiful. I mean, the swallow can be used for anything. A quick little gift bag that
I love that.
it's
so
just
effective.
simple.
And look at this one. We've got a nice little sample here. Again, it's onto the fabric. What have we got in here? Oh, I like this.
Well, I have to give credit to Ali from Stamps Away actually for this one.
Ali, yeah.
She basically saw the stamp on the website here. She's like, that would look amazing in a frame.
Yeah.
Like you used to get like the different knots, didn't you, in a Chandler's, is it, I think, where they used to have all of those that showed how they could do them. So I just picked them up, had a little play, embossed them. A bit different.
It is. Do you know what? Mr. Baker, our director, has just actually had a good idea.
Oh, share.
For once. Were you saying about it when you're tying the knot? What a nice gift. Literally.
That's so lovely.
Yeah, I like
Yes,
that.
well done.
Baker, I approve. Very good.
Love it.
Right, 12.99. Item number is 857304. Carrying on then. Right, we go on to our seaside sentiments. Easy for me to say. Okay, now the font is really pretty, actually.
Isn't it lovely? It just reminds you of the kind of the beautiful coast.
It does, doesn't it? Sending a wave. Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside and wish you were here. Lovely postcardal ones.
Really nice, really nice. Just for simple stamping, and certainly at this time of year, right now, you know, sending a wave and wish you were here is so poignant.
Absolutely.
But they can be used anytime at all.
Nice, and then we've got a lovely little sample here. Shall I leave it where it is?
I think it's just, you can pick it up.
On the embroidery there, look at that. That's beautiful. So you've stamped onto fabric?
Just straight onto some cotton linen, I think it is, yeah. And again, if you use Versacraft inks, you can iron it and it's washable completely.
I love that you've used to make the beach fabrics, because I know you love your vintage fabrics.
Yeah. I had to bring a little bit into it. I hope they don't mind. But
I'm sure they don't.
I think it just shows the versatility, because if you see the stamps, the wooden stamps, you think, oh, I can only do a card with the stamp on. You can't. You can do so much with them.
Yeah.
And using them in my textiles, I've been using for, well, since I've known them, I've been using them in textiles, and they're just brilliant, and they stamp beautifully.
Wonderful. 19.99, 281352. Right, we're moving on to some quite large stamps here, and these are really going to fill a card. Okay, and then I can show you the board. So these ones are 4-inch stamps. I love the samples you've done here on the fabric, which I'll show in a second. So you get this one, brilliant background. Again, really super detailed, but look what Melissa's done. This is cool. So you've done like onto napkins.
Straight onto, yeah, I had some leftover napkins. I bought them in a sale years ago, as you do, and thinking, oh, I'm going to stamp or stitch into those. Never did, and now they're just, the colour of them lends it perfectly.
Yeah, love that. And then, oh, you've stamped out this background again. How'd you get all the dots onto it?
Oh, that's a dotted piece of card,
it is
paper.
Oh, right, that's all right. It's just because it looks so real, so perfectly done. And then another sample with our fabulous starfish. I love starfish. Aren't that gorgeous? Isn't that gorgeous? £39.99, 988 460. And then last but not least, we have got some ink. So you've got your big VersaCraft ink, which is the nice midnight colour.
Yeah. I mean, that one I've used on quite a lot of the samples there, but certainly with the fabric, it's absolutely beautiful. So yes, you've got the big one, you've got the 4 smaller ones just to get in with the intricate bits. And I actually find using the smaller ones is easier than using the larger ones on the big stamps as well, because you can make sure you've got every single bit of the stamp covered. But yeah, the VersaCraft that you've got there is the one that I've used on all the fabrics.
Okay.
And you just iron it over medium heat, a couple of swooshes over with the iron, and it's set. It will wash. I mean, I'm not sure if you wash it and wash it every day in and day out, but if you do wash, it will wash it. It won't come off.
Nice. So that's your VersaCraft, but then you've also got your VersaFine. Let me see if I can read these names. We've got Habanero, Olympia Green, Crimson Red, and excellent Vintage Sepia. Okay, for those wonderful inks, all 5 of those, it is £16.50. Item number is 555807. You can call us as ever, 01733 60 2000, or go to thecraftstore.com. Over to you then, Melissa.
Thank you. So I thought just start off doing one of the little wash backgrounds. And the easiest way I've found to do it is get some washi tape. And I've just got I think it's an A6 card there. And I'm going to just mask off, because I am a messy crafter. So I want to, I did this earlier, doing a sample, not masking all of it off, and of course I got it everywhere, so I'm going to be good and just mask off most of that. And all I'm doing is a couple of stripes of washi tape or masking tape. A low tack kind of tape is perfect. I'll do quite a broad stripe on this one. There we go.
Yep, lovely.
It's just, and actually it's really good because if you go over the edges, it sticks it down.
Yes.
And excuse my messy water, but all I'm going to do first is just go over it. And it's quite a nice thick card that I'm using here, cardstock. So it will take a good bit of water. And I've got some of these amazing paints that I think they were on one of the shows maybe a year or so ago.
Ooh.
And I utterly love them. It's brilliant. You just carry them everywhere.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is go straight in with it's watercolour.
Ooh.
Basically. And you can do this with any of your watercolours. So it doesn't have to be this specific one.
Okay.
But you want a nice, because you've got the background wet, it'll just blend in beautifully.
What an interesting paint palette. I've not seen it like that before.
I had never.
No.
And I saw it on one of these shows on
didn't
here.
even know we had that.
It might even be longer than a year ago because it's well used, to put it that way. So that's all I'm going to do.
Beautiful.
And just let it dry. So quick. I'm going to just wipe off some of the edges because I'm bound to get that everywhere. So you would let that dry.
Yep.
Naturally. But obviously,
Ooh, you've got loads of stages there.
Oh yeah, I've been clever for once. So yeah, I've done one earlier, and every time you do it, it's always going to be different, and that's what is fabulous about it. And this is my favourite bit.
I love the reveal.
Isn't
It's a
it
clean
lovely?
line. I love it.
So clean.
Yeah.
And actually, it just looks like clouds, and you're looking out to sea.
I can totally see that. Yeah. Perfect, actually, that wash.
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah.
Just the 2 colours on there. I can't remember what they are. If anyone's got a pad, I think it's peacock blue and viridian. So it's those 2 colours, but really wash them down so that they're not, they're not really
Too
strong.
strong, yeah.
And lots of water. So I'm choosing 3 of my lovely stamps, and these are, because I've got my cheat sheets because I can never remember them, I've got a pearl oyster.
Okay.
And I'm going to use that one first, and I'll go in, I think I'm just going to use a vintage sepia, and we ink them up, taking the little pad to the ink and just dotting it around, and it does cover it really, really well. And then just go in, little press on the top. As you get bigger stamps, you just want a little press on the 4 corners as well, and it comes straight off. And then we'll go in with our flame auger. I think that may
Flame
or
auger.
may not be.
I have never heard of this name.
I've heard of it, but I didn't know it was one of these. And that one can go straight across. There we go. And then finally, I do know this one because it's a whelk.
Okay. I like whelks. No.
I like the shell. I'm not sure on the actual one to eat them.
We had Hayley Smith on earlier, and there was a time when I went up to visit her in Newcastle, and I bought, you know, you can get the mix of seafood, and it had like, you know, they like the sea snails in. She was like, oh.
No, I think I've only tried them once, and no, not for me. I'm sure they're very nice, and that.
Yeah, nice and easy.
And because you've got the clarity of the stamps on there, it's so clear. That's all you really need.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful.
It's just so simple. So we'll pop that one over
Cool.
there.
I might as well just give you the details then. We'll have a quick little look. So that is from this first set that we've got. You're getting the 4 shell stamps that are 2 inches, £25.99. Again, I can just show you the little stamped board. You can see how they work there. But the detail is absolutely exquisite, and this is making me homesick, I have to say. 914936 is the item number. Right, what else would you like to show us?
Well, I think we'll go with a little tag this time.
Sure.
So a bit like the sample I've got, and this is some lovely cotton rag paper that I've had for a while, and because it's the texture of it, it lends itself beautifully to the stamps. I'm going to tear it down into basically into a size of roughly a large luggage tag, and because you're tearing, it brings out the beautiful layers of the paper, and that will take ink so nicely. So we'll just kind of very rough and ready. You don't need it to be neat.
Adds a bit of texture.
It really does.
Yeah.
And on the edges, and when the ink picks it up, I absolutely love it. And there we go. So a very rough idea there. So I'm going to go with my sepia again. And I've just got a little sponge pad, so you can use any sponge that you've got, or just to go, or a blending tool, just to go and age the edge.
Yeah.
And that's where you see the lovely layers coming through.
This sort of thing reminds me of, do you remember we used to make the old tea-stained maps?
Yeah.
I miss doing that. I actually want to do that, a nice treasure map.
Yeah, this is actually when I was doing this yesterday, doing the samples of it, I was kind of channeling that old kind of look.
Yeah.
Just a couple of wipes over, take away the starkness of it, and then I think I might. Shall I stay with? No, we'll go with the pearl oyster.
Yeah.
And this time I'm going to go in with the crimson red. It's such a lovely red, erring on the side of kind of almost the browny red. And because this one's got lots and lots of little tiny details in there, I just made sure that I've gone over it. Nice dabs on there. And again, the great thing is you've got their name on the top of the stamp, so you know which way you're going.
Yes.
I mean, you can obviously use them any which way apart from the sentiments, but you do get a good idea of where you are on there.
That's cool.
And it just, with that kind of browny red and the browns, it's just got that really lovely aged look. And I think I made it a little bit museum-y on the other sample, so I'm going to just go in with a little bit of text. So this is a figure like you get in the old books. Let's go with 21, figure 21. and a couple of little lines
What have you written there?
under there. I've put figure 21.
Oh, I see.
So like when they're looking, they show you, they point you, don't they, to
Yeah.
take a look at figure this. And then a little hole punch, just straight through there. And then I've got, and I love this, I've got some beautiful old, well, it's recycled sari silks.
Oh, sari silk.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I found them because they're just the most perfect. I did have another bit, there it is. The perfect colours and the texture of, it reminds me of seaweed.
Yes, it does. I can see that.
Yeah, you can see that kind of
Yeah.
where it's waving. So we've got a bit of that and a bit of sari yarn. And
I
this
love
is
all
the-
this that you find.
Well,
I
it's-
bet you cannot wait for the vintage shops to open.
Oh, I am. Yeah, I'm counting the days.
Yeah.
There's a big one. I think it's the end of next week or the week after. I can't remember. And it's going to be like when they let the cows and the sheep and everything out of the barns in the spring.
Yeah,
Like,
everybody's galloping
woo!
about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I have. I mean, obviously, I've still got masses of it that I secret away for shows like this.
Aha, brilliant.
Yeah. So I've just put a little loop there, and I'm just going to squidge it through the hole. Might have to push the hole a little bit.
Okay.
Ooh, come on, there we go. And pull it through so that you've got a loop,
Yep.
and then you're just going to put the tails through.
Oh, this looks wonderful. It does look so aged and brilliant. like-
Aged, it's so simple.
Yeah.
And you don't, again, all I've used is, you can use wool, you could use anything that you have around there, and then you've got a little space for your message or for a little bit of doodling,
Yeah.
and then we have
Very
a really
pretty.
really simple tag.
Okie dokie, I'll do a quick recap, but then I will be
Great.
back with you. Right, this is from the Shells collection. You've got all 4 of these. They're 2-inch stamps. They are your polymer stamps, but it's because they've got that black backing. There you go. And they are also on your wooden block, so really nice to hold, like so. And then I've got our little card printed out here. The detail is absolutely phenomenal, phenomenal, of our beautiful shells. I love shells. All the different lines you've got on there is wonderful. And then you can just go to town with what you do. A nice, really simple, straightforward, but very elegant card, like so, with a little message at the bottom. You can start to layer it up, make it quite mixed media-esque. Onto some fabrics. A tag, just like Melissa's shown us. And then we've also got this lovely sample. Wonderful. £25.99. Item number is 914936. Excuse me. By the way, if you've got any stamps from previously from the English Stamp Company, we would love to see what you've been making. And you can send it to studio@thecraftstore.com. Okay, then we move on to our seaweed stamps. Loving these. Again, they're on the wonderful wooden blocks. We've got the stamped out images here. You know what I love about seaweed? It is the way it just gently wafts in the waves, if you can waft in a wave, I don't know, but you get what I'm trying to say. And then, and then you can build up some wonderful backgrounds, can't you? Love that. You could make them into coral. That's what Baker's saying. I reckon you could, if you use your
definitely.
imagination.
Oh,
Why not?
definitely. Yeah, certainly the one that I've printed with the orange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
19.99 then. Item number is 124432. Then we go on to our 1-inch stamps, and these are also of our gorgeous little, well, we've got starfish, we've got some shells in there, and here's how they stamp out. Oh, they're questioning in my ear whether one of them is a conch shell. I'm not sure.
With the little ones,
Yeah.
we have got the tiger cowrie, a spotted cowrie, cushion starfish,
Yeah.
and a sundial shell.
Ooh.
So no.
No, yeah. And here's another sample. Really nice and elegant and simple. There you go. £12.99. Item number is 181770. And then we go on to, now here you've got 2 1-inch and 1 2-inch, I believe, stamp on the wooden blocks. You've got that beautiful swallow. Here's how they are stamped out. You've got your swallow. The fine, 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 fine feathers are incredible. And then we've got our lovely knots and the anchor, just perfect. But I do like this on a little gift bag. That's just perfect. And then you could send some lovely, you know, you can get soaps that are in the shape of shells.
Yeah,
and
wouldn't that be lovely? Yeah.
And it does really lift this bag. I love this swallow on the fabric. And then we've also got this. It looks so expensive, doesn't it? Embossed in the gold and on the blue, with that blue background. Yeah, that's gorgeous. £12.99. Item number is 857304. Then we've got our sentiments, and they're just perfect, these. You've got Sending a Wave, Oh, I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside, and Wish You Were Here. Look at that font, it's really pretty. And this is such a nice sample too. Oh, shall I do it? Sorry, Mr. Baker. Here you go, onto the fabric. That looks excellent. It's all you need. Brilliant little gift. £19.99. Item number is 281352. Then we've got our larger stamps. Nice. I mean, this particular, there's one here that's such a good background. Okay, we've got 14 images. Is that in total? Just in that one? Wow, okay, just in this one. Then you've got your two larger ones of your starfish and our shell. Oh, big shell. It's like scallop shell, isn't it?
Yes, that is a scallop shell. Yep.
Love scallops.
It's a queen scallop, in fact.
Because it's so big.
Yes.
And look at this I mean, just what a gift this is. Your napkins, little ring holder. Again, it looks really premium. Oh, that's a nice idea. They're saying, what if you have a seaside-themed wedding? And I'm sure some people do. There.
Wouldn't it be lovely to make little favours with and things
Yes.
like that? Yeah. Yeah, really nice.
Wonderful. $39.99, or you can spread the cost on Flexi by 2 payments. Is that right? 2 payments of £20? Yes. 988460 is your item number. And then last but not least, we've got our inks. You've got your larger VersaCraft, which is your Midnight, and then you go on to your smaller Versa Fines. You've got your Habanero, let me just see, for your Crimson Red, Olympia Green, and Vintage Sepia, that's right. £16.50. Item number is 555807. Do go to the website, have a look for the English Stamp Company. So nice because they try and be as ethical as possible, eco-friendly as possible. And I'm sure you can shop by brand if you go to thecraftstore.com. Right then.
Shall we have a look at fabric?
Yeah,
Look at fabric now.
that would be lovely.
All I've done, so with this one, I have some really old napkins that I've picked up. They're actually, on one side, they've got a little bit of patterning. So I've just gone to the plain linen side. And I've used our Queen scallop. And then I've just used our VersaCraft. And again, these are yellow, but it takes the blue so well. So it's not actually quite in your face blue. It's a really nice, subtle blue there. And all you would do is just iron straight over it.
Yes.
So it's as simple as, let's take this one. We're going to just open it up. And you want it on a nice flat surface because there is a bit of, obviously, give in the linen.
Oh, that's lovely fabric.
It's really nice, isn't it? Yeah. So these will be kept after I've done these
I
three. I
bet.
think these are going into our collection. And then you've got the VersaCraft. And the difference between the fine and the craft, this is a lot juicier, obviously, so it can go into the fibres of the fabric. So we'll just go all the way over. Lots of little taps. Got it nice and covered. And then, luckily, it's done in a nice square for me.
Perfect.
So I can go, I'm going to go across and just go straight down. We don't want to move the stamp at all. And with these big ones, if you give a nice big press down on the centre and then on the four corners, you've covered it. And there we go.
Oh, look at that.
It's just lovely, isn't it? It's so satisfying to do because there's never a worry that it's going to not work and, you know, it's not going to... They're just beautiful stamps to work with. Then all you do, iron that. There we go. Nice pair of napkins for your afternoon tea by the sea.
I have to say as well, I love how I love the napkins, how tassely they are. That sort of adds to the effect as well.
I just thought sand. They just say sand to me.
Yeah.
It's like nice bit of sea, or the fringing on a deck chair, that kind of thing. Oh, yes. So they're really lovely. Things that you pick up, again, with my other shows, things that you find, you know, you can just give them a new life.
Yeah,
And if
absolutely.
you've got napkins just that's been sitting around and you think, oh, they're a little tired looking, dye them or,
Yeah.
you know, and then stamp onto them. Perfect.
So with that ink, did you say, have you got to heat set it?
Yeah, you heat set it with an iron. It does say just on the back that heat set
Yeah.
for permanency, but I would just go over it with a medium iron, not steam
No.
to start with. So nice, just hot iron, straight over a few times, and it just sets that into the fibres.
Good. Lovely.
And then you can wash as normal.
Excellent.
Lovely.
What else would you like to do?
So I'm going to delve down now and do something a little bit different. In front of you, there is
Yeah.
a sample that I've got that I've gone a bit
Oh, this
crazy
one?
as usual. Oh no, sorry, just to your left is a little tin.
Yes, I noticed this.
Yes. So it's a little diorama in an old tin.
How cute is it? I think we might have popped it with the wrong pack shot, so I'll swap that one over.
That's
all.
probably my fault.
No,
'cause I put them
no,
out.
don't
Sorry.
worry, don't worry.
So it's kind of
Look.
just showing that, again, these stamps are fantastic, straight out of the straight stamping onto your things. But let's
Nice.
play around.
Okay.
And again, this is a really quick, easy demo, or you can take a long time. It's completely up to you. So I've taken a vintage tin. You can use if you've got any tin from anything, or an old box.
Okay.
Anything like that. And I'm going to tear into some paper. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't use vintage paper, because, as Lou said in the show previously, it really does lend itself to working with really easily, and you can stamp into it. I'm going to just measure it. Oops. Basically, we don't need it to be completely
No.
in there.
It's nice.
so-
Again, it adds to how rustic it is.
Yeah. So we want it to be in, but we don't mind if little bits are.
Yeah.
And this is where you can go if you've got papers and things, or you've got backing papers that are sea themed, or just go with a plain piece. You don't need to
Yeah.
have anything clever in there. I'm just going to press it round so you get the basic shape. Here we go.
Yeah.
Nice and simple. And then I'm going to get the lovely paints out again, because I'm quite fond of that look at the moment. The lovely kind of just gentle background, the wash.
Yeah.
So we're going to go in and try and do it a little bit lighter this time.
Just very delicate, yeah.
Tiny little bit. And what's great is that if you've put too much on, it doesn't matter, because you can take some of it
Yeah.
off. Actually, I quite like that. Just really simple. So we'll stick with that one. And oops,
Are you all right?
Taking that one out. There
Oh,
we go.
okay.
So that's the top one. Let's do the bottom one.
Okay. What a nice thing to do. Now they're talking in my ear, because you know,
Okay,
like they do. There's a certain brand of a lozenge that you
Yes.
think of the seaside,
Yeah.
but it doesn't come in tins. But it would be fabulous
used
if
to
it
do.
did. Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
it did.
And I've got some vintage ones of it.
Have you?
I have.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Where do you store all of these lovely goodies?
Oh, please.
Really?
Let's hope nobody that knows me is
Okay.
because they will go, oh, it's all neatly piled away in, no, I've got a garage and I've got a studio and a garage and a little shedio, and
The rest of the house.
at the moment, because
Yeah.
I had my own show a week or so ago, yeah, it's kind of everywhere, but it's great because it means when I'm sat doing samples the last few days,
Yeah.
I've gone, oh, I wonder if I've got this, that or the other.
So it's all there.
It's there.
Yeah.
So we've got some lovely PVA type glue. There we go. And you would wait for this to dry, I will say.
Yeah.
I should wait for it to dry. That was the top, that's the bottom. But what I'll probably do is do this section and then let it dry, hopefully, while I do the next bit.
Yeah. We've had an email come in.
Yeah.
From Peter. Thank you. Hello, Peter.
Hi,
nice
Peter.
to see. Well, nice to. You can see us, etc. He's asking about. Do you know the angel policy? Can we make to sell?
I do. You can make to sell for like a charity or for schools, things like that.
Yeah.
Obviously they're not for commercial use.
Right.
So yeah, they do have it all on their website, but it's not. The angel policy isn't that you can mass produce for commercial use.
Got you.
But
okay.
yeah, you can make
Always
them
good to know.
for
Thanks, Peter.
certain things. There we go. So we're going to leave that to have a little dry for the time being, and this is the fun bit.
Okay.
We're going to use the stamp with, and it's very crazy when I was talking
Lolly
to them about
sticks.
lolly sticks.
Okay.
A nice one of the big
Chunky
crafty
ones, yeah.
lolly sticks. And I'm just going to, this is where you need to watch your fingers, because I did come across, they make a lovely noise when you're snapping them.
Satisfying.
Yeah. And we just want to snap them. Basically, we're going to create a little bit of driftwood.
That's a good idea.
And we've got the nice bit on the side there. Now take some old scissors that you don't love. I'm just going to cut along the edge, because I don't like straight edges. I like them to all be a bit chopped into and bashed up, and
yeah, making it look. Yeah,
just age it up a little bit. There we go. And first of all, I'm going to go in with my fabulous vintage sepia and just go over the top to take off some of that new wood look. There we go.
Yeah, that looks fab.
And you can take a lot of more time. You can go in with some other, I've got some pencils here that if I go in, sorry, it'll take me a little second, because somebody was a bit silly earlier on and dropped my entire tin of pencils everywhere.
Bless you.
And they're all in colour, and I'm not very good at having things in order, but my pencils were all in order.
So you could just grab what
so
you
I
want.
could grab the right colour,
Yeah.
and of course,
I like mine in order.
yeah,
Like a spectrum.
yes. And now they're not. But hey, that's a job for another day, isn't it? Now, I would go over that with a little bit of water just to blend them in, because they're water-soluble pencils, sorry. But I'm not going to, because
It's all
obviously
good.
time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to choose one of my little sentiments. So let's send you a wave. I think I've done it for the right size, just. And I've just got one of the VersaFine, a nice black.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give that a good ink up. Now what I'm going to do with them this time, and this is why I wanted to show it, is that some of the questions that I've had previously is that you can't see through the stamp, obviously, to know about positioning and things. But you can, if you turn it upside down, because it's a nice wooden block, it's nice and sturdy. And I'm just going to go over it that way, so I can see where I want it. There we go.
Yeah.
So look at that. So we've got exactly in the middle there. So it's perfect.
It's perfect.
So yes.
Guess who's emailed in?
Is it beginning with J?
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Janie.
Janie's saying, loving the show. And she says, so Janie, you've seen your vintage, vintage stash.
I knew she'd comment about
She
that.
said she's not going to embarrass you, though, by saying how much there is. Bless you. Thank you, Janie.
Thanks, Janie.
Then Baker just went, but here's a photo. There isn't.
No,
There isn't.
The annoying thing is she has a photo from the other day. Yeah, and my studio was beautiful when I moved in a year ago, before lockdown and everything.
Yeah.
And, of course, lockdown happened and I had to move out of the garage. Anyway,
Yeah.
now my studio's not.
Bless you. Thank you, Janie.
Thanks,
See you again
Janie.
soon.
Right, let's do a bit of cutting out. Get a bit of beauty. This is really nice card, kind of in between card and paper.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep you there. Pleased with you. Let's go with a bit of red. And I've got my, what was it? Sundial shell.
You've got which one?
This is the sundial shell from the little 1-inch
Oh,
ones.
nice. Okay.
And we'll have a little starfish, I think.
Okay. Is that from the same set?
Yep. Yeah. We'll stick with that set. And this is where I should have had my glasses, because we're going to just fussy cut around. So apologies, but
No, all good.
we can pretend. So
We
I've
are
chosen-
just going to change the details then, so you can get these stamps. Oh, they're easy to cut out though, actually. They're not
Actually,
too...
these I've chosen the easy ones of these two. All of the shells are really easy. I did have a go at fussy cutting some of the seaweed. No. The big seaweed I can though, and that looks great.
Yeah.
But I just want this little fella to dry a bit more.
Okay.
And sorry, this is boring
That's all
TV
right.
for
They
you.
look we've got them on screen anyway. We're just showing
Oh,
the
good.
lovely stamps. £12.99, and you're getting 4 of your shell stamps. They are 1 inch in size, and of course they come on those wooden blocks there. 181770 is your item number. Okay.
Fab. So, in order just to lift them a little bit, I'm going in with, I've just got a nice white gel pen, and I'm just going to go in and put a few dots in, and what I'm going to do is take some of it off.
Yeah.
Because it's quite bright white. I don't want it too much, so I just put my finger over and take off. So we're highlighting it, but I don't want to colour it in completely, if that makes sense.
It does.
So it's like we're giving it a little bit of shine. And just go over with the finger in the middle there, look. There we go.
Nice.
So it just lifts him a little bit.
We've had another email come in.
Oh,
This is Julian Patrick. Hello, good evening to you.
hi. Julian Patrick.
Yes.
Oh, Cruise Julian Patrick.
Oh,
is it?
I
Or is
see.
it Julian There's 2 Julian Patricks that I know.
Oh, I'm not sure which
Oh.
one.
Well, the
That's
question
a
might
coincidence.
help.
2 Julian Patricks.
I know. It's very good. It's crazy. Anyway, sorry. They
Surname
emailed in.
begins with a T. Does that help?
Yes.
Oh, P.
A
Sorry.
P, of course it does.
P for Popper.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
Julie.
they are saying that they want to tell you that you are absolutely fantastic.
Oh.
And they're loving the show.
Thank
and can I
you.
concur as well? Yes.
Oh, bless you. Thank you very
it's nice
much.
when we get emails. I love emails.
Thank you. I'm all embarrassed now.
Don't be embarrassed. Take it. Take
No,
it.
they are fantastic people. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. So,
I definitely want to go on one of those cruises with you when they start up.
I know we can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
I know it would be. I mean, these stamps would be fantastic for
Perfect
one,
theme,
won't they? Right. What was I doing before I get embarrassed? Now, what I have done is not measured. Yeah, I knew it would be. It's all right for the top one. Let's do a bit more of this. Now, this is
stamp?
I didn't horn rack.
Ooh, I'm
There we
learning
go.
loads.
I know. These were all ones that I would just said, oh, it's bladder rack or something. But this is yeah, I used to love that when I was younger. Bladder rack. It's such a lovely, lovely phrase, lovely name. So again, I'm just going to stamp that really gently, and you can see. You think it's just when you look at it, you think the stamp is just a bit of flat seaweed, but actually when you get right in there, look at all the tiny, tiny little bubbles.
Tiny dot, yeah.
So I actually don't need all of this. I'm just going to cut that. Again, I did have one of these cut out already, but silly me. So we'll do a really rough cut.
That's all right. We've popped the seaweed on screen for you. You get 3 of those stamps, and they are 2 inches in size, and it's £19.99. Item number is 124432. Lovely.
Ah, there we go.
I quite like a bit of fussy cutting
So,
sometimes.
do you know, it's really...
Depends what mood I'm in. Sometimes I don't, and I really like stamps and dies that go together.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do. It just depends.
Yep. Earlier on, I could have thrown it out the window because I say I've forgotten my glasses all day. So I was thinking, oh, I can't see anything. But actually, it's quite relaxing right now.
isn't
Sorry,
it?
everyone. I'm
No,
just
it's
having a
fine.
lovely time.
Yeah, that's good. That's what it's about.
So I've cut it in half so I can just go half into the tin there.
Yep.
And then I am going to... I've got some lovely wool. This is like needle felting wool, but it just so happens to be the right kind of colour for the bottom of the sea. There we go.
Nice. All the textures that are in this little goodie box.
I do love my textures and playing, doing something a little bit different.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use the leftover bits of my lolly stick. I'm going to try and snap it up a little bit. And that is just going to give me, if I stick those together,
Yep.
kind of, rather than throwing it away, we're going to use it
Absolutely. No
as
waste.
if it's like a little platform for the rest of our little cut-out stamps. So they're going to be brought forward a little bit.
Yep. Oh yes, all right. It's almost like you.
So I'm just bringing
Instead
it.
of 3D glue.
Yeah.
Not three. Yeah.
The little
foam
foam pads.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just uses up all your little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And then I think to finish off the bottom bit, put another bit of this glue. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds just for it to. There we go. And then on the top, I'm just going to put another little sentiment, and I think, as luck would have it,
Yes.
I have one already. And I mean, it would be very boring for me to keep fussy cutting, but you can use the other bit of your seaweed that you've already used
Yeah.
and stick it in the corner there. But that's
That's so cute.
taken us a few minutes, and we've got a lovely little gift for
Yeah.
someone, if you're, a little birthday present or something.
Love that. Thank you, Melissa.
That's okay.
All right, we're just going to tell you a little bit about Flexi Order now, because you might be spending over £6. Here's Leonie to tell you a bit about it.
What is Flexi Order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi Order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments. So you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping basket, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with the craft store easier.
We are just going to do a quick recap then. We've got all these beautiful stamps from the English Stamp Company. Their company is all very much about being eco-friendly, ethically sourced, based obviously in England. Down in Dorset, I think you said.
Down in Dorset, yes.
Lovely.
Yeah, right, not far from the sea, so it's all
beautiful. So we follow the sea theme through. Let me show you the stamped out images. There we go. Really nice. These are your 2-inch shell stamps, and you're getting the 4 different designs. £25.99. Item number is 914936. Then we go on to the seaweed. So obviously, as you can see, these will all work together. And these ones are 2-inch size stamps, and you're getting the 3 of them. This is how they will stamp out. In fact, these two have got space. If you've got your fine gel pens, you could colour those in. £19.99, item number 124432. Then we have our smaller 1-inch shell stamps. You're getting 4 of these, and I will show you the little stamped out images. They're a really sweet size, actually. I really like these. And that is £12.99. 181770 is your item number. Then we come to our beautiful swallow, and you get the knot, the rope knot, and the anchor. And here is the board once more. And it's a really lovely little set there. Look at that detail. It's absolutely exquisite. The wings are amazing. £12.99. Item number is 857304. Next then, we've got the sentiments that have an absolutely beautiful font, these. Yeah, they say, sending a wave, oh, I do like to be beside the seaside, and wish you were here. They're just perfect, aren't they? £19.99. Item number is 281352. Next then, we've got our lovely larger 4-inch stamps. The background one is amazing. Yeah, look at this, 14 images just on this one. That's cool, isn't it? Look at that, beautiful. £39.99, or of course you can spread the cost on FlexiBuy, 2 payments of £20. Item number is 988460. And then last but not least, we've got our inks. You get the VersaCraft, which is in that midnight blue, and then you get the 4 mini pads. You've got the crimson red, habanero, vintage sepia, and Olympia green. £16.50. Item number is 555807. So we've got about 3.5-ish minutes.
3.5 minutes. We will speed away. So I've done a little section of the kind of lovely colouring that we did earlier. And I'm just going to take that off. It's ever so satisfying. There we go. And I'm going to bring in our lovely swallow. I'm going to turn it a different way this time and go red.
Why not?
Why not? My instinct is blue. Let's go blue. So let's go opposite. And he's going to
nice contrast.
Yeah, I think so. And again, because the squares are so great, you can just line them up.
Yeah. Oh, look! I like that in that colour.
That's really nice in that colour, isn't it? It's like it's swooping upwards. And I went over the edge with my ink there. But what I will say, if you do notice you've gone over the edge a few times, just give it a little clean with a cotton bud or something that will get in those corners.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to use, because I'm using the lovely rag paper again, I'm going to actually use the VersaCraft because it's a bit more juicy on there. And a nice little square, centre, just a little push down, and then bring it up.
I love that.
Isn't it lovely?
It's perfect,
it's so clear. And with that rag paper, it's gorgeous. And again, I'm going to use, I was going to use some of the, and I've put it somewhere safe, ready to use.
What are you looking for?
Little foam pads.
See it from here.
But it doesn't matter because I've got one of these.
It's not the middle shelf on your tray, is it?
Could be. No.
Ah, sadly.
Oh well, I'll just use one of these, look, because we just want to give it a bit of depth. Pop you there.
What is that?
It's like a little balsa wood.
Oh.
Ovally type thing. I've had them for ages.
Yeah.
And I've used them for all sorts of different things, but they are really good as spacers because they're quite nice and they keep it. There we go.
Yeah.
So that's one very simple card.
That's cool.
And that can then be put onto a card or use it as a tag or anything.
Should we see what you've done so far this hour, because you've done some really lovely
I've done
ones.
quite a bit, haven't I?
Yeah.
Oh, I did just do that one as well on the rag paper.
Oh yeah.
And it just shows you those gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at them all. Lovely background. And if you were to just use something like that sentiment in the middle, again, would be perfect.
That is beautiful. And should we see the tin again and everything?
Where's my little tin gone? Oh yes, I put them all over here, didn't I?
Oh, you got a nice little sample thingy yourself.
Little sample thing.
Yeah.
There we go. There's our little tin.
Yep. That's beautiful.
And our little tags.
Yeah.
Going in there. What else did we do? We've
I
done
tell
the
you what,
card.
you make such beautiful bespoke gifts.
Aw.
I could totally see you open a shop with all of these.
Wouldn't it be lovely?
Wouldn't
just
that be
to,
nice?
Yeah, make things and sell them to lovely people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice.
Good stuff. Here's the website. Just one last quick flash of what we've got on the show. We've had a really nice nautical themed hour. I love it. I mean, I'm so drawn to the sea myself anyway, so the designs are really right up my street. Don't forget, you can also get those inks as well. Thank you, Melissa. Do you know when you're next back in?
No, I think it's about 4 or 5 weeks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, lovely stuff.
Thanks
we look
very
forward
much.
to seeing you then.
Thank you.
Marvellous. Okay, I'm going to, as ever, hand the baton over to Janice now, who's going to see you through the rest of the evening, and it's one day special time. We have got the Studio Light Say It With Flowers coming up next. That's your one day special. Then So Easy Sashiko.
Have you heard of Freedom? Did you know that as a Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £7.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Freedom members badge, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with a craft store more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause if you're going away, or you can cancel at any time you decide. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or go to our website, quoting the item number 88888 and join Freedom today.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter.
Hi, my name's Mel and I'm from Crafty Devils down in Devon. We are a family-run business and we've been established for about 16 years now. We're known for our MDF products and our mediums. So make sure you tune in to all our Crafty Devil shows.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, the craft store has been awarded the top accolade of the Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers, and we are honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence based on the reviews from over 60,000 The Craft Store customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
I am Matthew Palmer, professional artist with the SAA, the UK's largest and friendliest art community. I want to show you my watercolour painting techniques and I want to get you over that white paper fear and get you started and develop your watercolour painting.
For the past 6 years, Hochanda's been your home of crafts, hobbies and arts.
We've got some exciting news. We've got a brand new name.
From April the 1st, we'll be changing our name to The Craft Store.
This will make it easier for you to find us when scrolling through your TV channel guides and searching for us online.
Nothing else is changing. We'll be the same Hochanda that we've always been.
We're just getting a brand new name.
Demonstration led, full of inspiration and variety, with our own dash of personality.
Welcome to the Craft Store, your home of everything crafts.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying your evening with us. We'll start again. I hope you are enjoying your evening with us here at the Craft Store. I've got somebody waving at the corner of my eye, frantically waving. There she is. It's our lovely Lou, and she is with us, and she is Lou with us. I can't get over that, and I say it every time, but I absolutely adore her. And we've got Lou. How are you, my darling?
Oh, I'm really pleased. I'm with you as well. Yay.
Oh, you're looking lovely.
I've got lippy on.
You look lovely. Suits you, suits you. Lou, I'm really excited about this show. Studio Light, of course, you are an ambassador for, and you absolutely adore Studio Light. But what can we expect in the show today, demo-wise? That's what we're excited about.
Well, I sort of took things apart a little bit and use them in a different way, because I want to show people you can do different things with them. But we've got some pencil colour, some pencil colour work, some watercolours, some embossing folders. It'd be easier to say that what I haven't. I've tried to cover everything today, but
Excellent.
It's a really nice collection.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And why do you like Studio Light so much?
I think it's because it's a bit different, because it's based in the Netherlands. It's got like different sort of appeals to people. Plus, it covers everything from grunge to card making to scrapbooking. And I also like it because it's a little bit of a challenge and it takes me out of my comfort zone. And I think because of that, the collections just make so much sense, because if you do feel like you're a little bit out of your comfort zone, you've got everything you need to make wonderful pieces of work.
I really like that, and I think it's good to push yourself sometimes out of your comfort zone. Otherwise, you never progress and you never do anything different. And you've helped me tremendously over the past couple of years with that, Lou, so I thank you for that always, always. Right, let's tell you about your one-day special. Let's give you the numbers, give you the choices. I say choices because we do have a complete collection, but we like to give you choices here on the Craft Store of how you wish to buy. Now, everything is going to be dispatched on the 22nd of April. I nearly said November then. Don't know why. That'd be ridiculous. Of April. So not too long to wait, but it is coming from the Netherlands. Right. Now, let's talk about your two options for your one-day special. I want you to make a note of the saving, and I want you to just put that to one side. So the first one is thinking of you, £29.95. So with this, you've got your embossing folder. So if I just take this, and you've got your die inside. So there you go. So you've got your die and your embossing folder. So if I turn that around, that's going to give you that beautiful bricked look with your shutter windows. We all aspire to have shutter windows, don't we? Or is it just me? You've got your paper pad, which is lovely. It's a great design little paper pad. And with your 36 sheets that are in here, why don't you start with the beginning and just cut out different elements on the front, Lou? I think that's a great idea, 'cause you've got little card toppers there, haven't you, and little projects?
Yeah, and little tags and everything like that. And there's no waste on any of this.
Oh,
because
look at
it's all
that.
one-sided as well. You're not worried about using, you know,
both sides. Yeah,
the other side.
I like that, because I don't like chores.
Yeah, I do.
We've got some lovely vintage style designs in here. I love the colours that they've used as well. So you could use these for scrapbooking pages. There's lots of detail and interest in here that perhaps you could fussy cut out and use on other projects as well, Lou.
Yeah, and the colour schemes are great because, as I said before with Alex, these are very much sherbet colours to me, which I quite like, zesty zinger. And, you know, depending on what you put with them, it'll change them completely, because that could be quite grungy, that.
Yeah,
that
it
one,
could.
you know.
Yeah, I like
It doesn't
that.
all have to be like flowers, but you've got the choice to make that decision yourself. I love that as well.
Yeah,
I like them all.
Yeah, they are. They're absolutely beautiful. And it's a fabulous little paper pad for you, all one-sided, all single-sided, but you do have the patterns on repeat as well. So if you like using one, you've got more to use. So that's your paper pad. You've got in there, does it say? 36 sheets, yes, 9 patterns, 170 GSM, which is a great heavyweight cardstock, acid-free as well, so it's great for your scrapbooking. So that's included, and you also get your dies and your stamps as well. You've got a £12 saving on this particular deal, and this is your first option for your one-day special. So remember that £12 saving. Your next option, and you're more than welcome to go for both, by the way, but we do have that complete collection, so just hold your horses, as they say. Your second collection that we've got here are your flowers and your blue skies. So you've got your paper pad, you've got your embossing folder. Let me just turn this around, because this will give you an idea of what that will come out looking like. This is gorgeous, Lou, this embossing folder, isn't it?
Yeah, and the trick with these is those dies come out, so if you want to put the die on something else or use it, you can take it out and just have it as an embossing folder, or put the die back in and have it a die cutting embossing folder. So yeah, it really is very versatile.
I know, but do you know what, I like that.
My own language up it.
Lou, I love that word, versatile. Let's put it in the Janice dictionary. We'll think of a description for it later. We've also got, down the bottom, you've got your dies in here and your stamps as well, all with that lovely flower theme. You've got that lovely sentiment there. It's to something, 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 something. It's time for something nice, like flowers and blue skies. Oh, do you know what? Never truer words have been spoken, I can tell you.
Absolutely.
Now, I saw you demonstrating with the die here in the earlier show. That looked absolutely beautiful as well. It's like a Moroccan-style lattice, isn't it?
Oh, well, do you know what? That was my second idea. And that just shows you, one, it's a collection, and two, how much, you're inspiring me as well.
Yeah, it is. It's fantastic. The paper pad as well, you've got those lovely peachy colours in there, your rose colours, your raspberries. You've still got that lovely vintage look. I really like the planner style with the checked pages that you've got in there as well. So plenty of colour, lots of designs to choose from. Those are your two options for the one-day special, and you've got a £12 saving on that one. Remember that £12 saving. Might be an idea to do so. If you just want one of those, you're more than welcome to do so. Your details are on the screen. But we've got more options that then come together as a complete option. You've got your A4 papers. Now, these are double-sided, and you've got 4 sheets in total. You've also got the smaller paper pad, and then you've got, your die-cut block in your paper pad here. So they're all kiss-cut, so you just pop them out. So lots and lots of elements to go through, and they all match your one-day special with your flowers and your travel style. You've also got your envelopes, your bees in there as well. Hopefully no other creepy crawlies as we turn the pages. Apparently no, they're all nice ones. And plenty of flowers in there as well. And then you've got the 2 stencils, and we love our stencils from Studio Light, don't we, Lou?
Yeah, these are really, really useful, very versatile indeed.
I love these. A little bit different, aren't they?
Yeah, and you can use them so many different pattern ways as well. Cut your own patterns in it, so they're really clever. I'll
tell you something, Lou, this is excellent value for money. £15.93, saving £6.
I know.
Keep that £6 along with the 12 and along with the 12, because we've got a complete collection for you. But you can buy this separately if you want to. We've got the complete collection. Right. We've got another collection. Now, this is your 12 by 12 papers. We've got some super cute images on here. You could, Lou, cut all of these out if you want to use as separate elements, or use it as a backing sheet, maybe.
Yeah, I was very much drawn to that one, thinking, you could choose each like little subject for a theme, like a baby, or you've got birthday. You've got all the themes are covered in that.
Yeah, I love those. And I'm like,
or you could cut them out in a block. That big cake.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah, you could do. You could cut maybe some of your die cuts, and you could even make some lovely frames with that as well. You don't have to have that whole image on there. They are double-sided. So we've got some really nice soft text in the background there. Beautiful flowers. Turn this around. Sorry, I'll turn that one around. They're getting stuck together. There you go. So they are double-sided. Beautiful flowers there. Again, excellent for a scrapbook page. Cut that out, add your elements to it, whether it be your inks or your textures. Oh, I could see a face in there, look. Can everyone else see that face?
Oh, yeah, the nose.
Yeah, like the nose and the eyes and the mouth.
You can, can't you? You've got a bit of a touch there as well.
Yes, there's the nose, and that's an eye, that's an eye, and that's the mouth. There you go. You can see it now. There you go. There you go. Right, anyway. And then included in this set, you've got your stamps. And I'm loving these larger stamps down the bottom, Lou. My goodness.
I've used them every time. Every time. I'm just looking at the price. Is that just $23.92 for all of that?
Yeah, $23.92. That gets you your 12 by 12 papers, those magnificent background stamps, oh my days, and your flowers and bloom stamps at the top, saving £8. Now, if you add all of that up, that works 12, 24, 20, that works out to be, is it £38 saving? £38 saving. Now, if you do want it all, you can add all of that together and we'll give you a further £10 off. How about that? And Freedom members, you get even more off the price. Now, Freedom members can take advantage of that discount, that extra discount. And you can become a Freedom member today and take advantage of being a Freedom member and getting that discount. So it's a win-win situation. 3 payments of £26.93. So we'll take £26.93 today. We'll send everything out to you, every single thing that we have here, all dispatched on April the 22nd. And then we'll take another payment in a month after that and another payment a month after that. That's how Freedom works. But it does mean you've got all of these gorgeous papers, the dies, the bossing folders, you've got the stamps, and you've got all of the elements and the stencils to build and create your projects for months, if not years to come. 269604 is your item number, and it's a why not deal. So yeah, become a Freedom member and make that saving. What does it mean to become a Freedom member? Well, it means that you don't pay any P&P each month and you make those savings. So become a Freedom member today. Right, so let's have a look at your why not. Full page, here we go. So Freedom membership is £7.97 a month. You won't pay any P&P. So think about this. You buy 2 products from us per month, you're covered. And then you can buy more and more and more. You could buy 100 items a month, but you won't pay any P&P because you're a Freedom member. Now, as a Freedom member, you can become a Freedom member today. You will get that extra discount on the full complete collection, but you'll also have that month of not paying any P&P for anything. And you also get great discounts on other items as well. So do go and have a look on the website for that. But that's what we mean by a why not deal. Right, now we've got some essentials for you. These have been really, really busy. You've got your letters and postcards, 35 stamps and 15 dies, £13.48. This is an amazing deal, Lou, and I love anything mini and Diddy, and I love these. Aren't they great?
These are so cute, but they're great for everything. Tags, scrapbooking, little 6x6 brag books, everything. And you can mix and match them because they all sort of fit each other.
I love them.
Somebody said, "Oh, are these you?" And I went, "Do you know what? These are so me because the twiddly." I love him.
Yeah, I like them too. I like those little round stamps as well. Where are they? On that side. Look at that. And they're real worker stamps. You can start building.
They are your worker bee stamps then, because they'll go in anywhere. Even them little dots at the bottom. You think, oh, I would use them, but they're great for stitching, you know.
Yeah, they certainly are.
Those are brilliant, those.
I just think they're fantastic. £13.48. It's a great price. Now, listen, if you're going for these with that complete collection, divide the cost of that into 3 payments of, what, £4? Something like that, be about £4. So it's an absolute bargain, it really is. I don't know when we're going to get them again because they are incredible. I've never seen them before, but a third of the stock has gone. Very, very busy. 138893 is your item number. And then we've got another set here. This is your love letter and notes. Oh, these are sweet. These are lovely. And you can make envelopes with these as well, can't you, Lou?
Yeah, and you've got like all these little dies, they all fit like for matting and layering for other things. Like that 3 heart one makes the inside heart and the 3 outside hearts. That bow, it makes a 3D bow. So, well, you've got to think for that price.
It's brilliant.
If you've got them all.
Yeah.
You'd have Can you imagine how many you'd have, all the dies? For little fiddly things are the things that you want, because they're the fillers.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, for your bullet, I nearly said for your bulletproof journaling. I really didn't mean that. Your bullet journaling, these would be perfect, 'cause you've got your lines in there as well, and your little round dots. They could be like the side of a page. £13.48, saving £4.50. 287786. I think they're a great deal at £17.98, but you're saving with us here at the craft store. And if you want to add these to your full complete collection, divide the cost of these into 3, which might make you think, well, do you know what, I might as well just go for all of it. I'm not making you do anything. I'm not here to spend your money. I'm just here to give you the options and give you the choices, because sometimes, and I know this, I've been on websites, I've been trying to buy things, and you go, oh, I'll have that, and I'll have that, oh, I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that, I'll have that, da, 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 da. And then you look at your basket, you're like, oh, my days. But the thing is, you put everything in there, you do want it, so we're just giving you an option to spread the cost. So that's what that's all about. Right, so those are the deals on the show. Let's head over to our lovely Lou, who's live from Manchester on Skype. Sounds like the Eurovision Song Contest. So, Lou, what have you got to show us?
We lost today as well. We lost today.
Oh, I know.
Terrible.
I know. I've heard all about it from Dougie, our security guard. I think we've all heard about it from Dougie, our security guard. Never mind.
Well, yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, I just thought I'd show you some little... I've been messing around doing these because I really enjoyed fiddling. And I mean that in a positive way. And I just thought to show you that die there is so useful, because that just pops off that. So you can actually make the embossing folder and then use this separately, or you can put it in. But that means also that I can put that anywhere I want. So I thought, oh, let's have a try. And this is what I enjoy doing. So the first thing is I made my own set, and you said Morocco. And I was like heading for the Moroccan sort of feel with that.
Oh, lovely.
So then I thought, in the 6x6 pad, how about cutting out those? So I put the die underneath those.
That's a good idea.
And then they open up. So these are all like one little die, but so many different options.
Like
so I really like that. I went a bit skew with, but this was the whole element of it was a bit off piece there. But you can see that if I have, you know, set it up right, I could do my own pages using this, and it's the same with the circular one. So you're not fixed to just having it, because take this out, it's really useful.
Yeah.
Really useful.
I like the idea of a secret window, like having it all the same colour like that, and then you have to open it up to see what's behind.
Yeah, and one of my heroes is Frida Kahlo, and she has the blue house in Mexico, and this automatically thought about that, and I thought I could put them in all different areas, because you can move this around, and you could have like even an advent calendar.
Yeah, I was going to say, advent calendar would be brilliant.
It is such a good idea. And the other folder, I've got my lovely assistant here. There you go. Thank you very much.
Oh, give us a twirl, Anthea.
He's waving. He's imaginary. Right, the first thing I want to show you is, I know it's quite bright, but this is a red card, and I'll pull the other one in, but you can just see the embossing there. I'll show it you on this one, and you get this beautiful embossing on this. But if you wanted to, there's nothing to stop you putting layers on.
Yeah, I like that.
So you can actually make any side you want. I'll do it over that there. That's a bit better. So you've actually got like almost like a secret window again.
Yeah,
so
I like
and these bits fit back in. So I'll go back to red. So that all fits in there if I just wanted to put that back in there. So this is what I like about these versatile things. I just think there's so much scope with them that we look at them and we tend to think, oh, is that all you can do with them? It's not. So I like to do this, and then I'm happy then, because I've got so many ideas behind just that one die. So I really love this. And then I thought, well, you'd need something warm and you know, sort of spicy to go with the Moroccan. So just a plain piece of paper, and I could do some journaling.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And the journaling in the sketchbook. So I was really over the moon with that. Just that one, I know it sounds daft, but that one die sold it for me.
Yeah, yeah, it is lovely.
So what I did was I got a piece of brown paper. I'm not going to go through it because it's boring, but I got a piece of brown craft card.
Craft
and all
card?
I did, yeah, craft card. You know, like the brown paper. I've got it out of my journal, but we get brown craft card or anything brown. You can use any brown card. Anything that's got like a texture, not texture, a colour like a brickwork.
Yeah.
So you can then create like a sun-washed look where the white colour is overwashed it. So then what I did was I decided, right, okay, I've got my embossing folder, the brickwork's there, put this in now. So it does look like a holiday journal now, and I could cut out everything 6x6 and have it all in a holiday journal. So just to show you, I'm not going to do it, but I could trim that out properly, and then in my journal, when I'm, you know, doing my, like all my stuff, I could easily create my own window into each page.
That'd be lovely.
So, and you can make a nice card with this as well. So anyway, I just wanted to show you that if you wanted to just create something really nice and simple, there's really quick and easy ways. And all I've done, like I say, is gessoed and whitewashed. Now, there's a really easy way of doing it. I think people know how to gesso. I don't want to do it if people are, I think you know it anyway. So all I've done is dry brushed it over.
Yeah.
So the next thing I want to do is create some texture on here. I've got some pens, some pencils, and anything that you've got at home. Now you can use a little bit of this to go on it. So if I wanted to, I'm not going to go too mad because I wasn't planning on this, but I wanted to show you, is I've got a tiny bit of, I might do it on the other side so you can see, ground espresso, and I've got what the other ones, the oxides, tiny bit on there, and I'm just going to turn it over because you can have it either way, and I'm just going to rub on the back. Now it might not have enough colour on it, but you could almost create a trellis.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I like that.
And if you've got this as well, if you use the back of this is now a Moroccan trellis, but just be careful because don't forget I'm using very thin card there, so it's not really showing up. I'll do it a bit more. I've got a thicker piece of card. I should have used that, but never mind. This is just, I thought of it then, so you'll do the same. You'll get these bits and then you can do and you can do. There we go, and you've got that Moroccan feel now.
Oh, I like that.
So yeah, you can build it all up. Now you can do the same with this, but I just wanted to show you this. This has so many different combinations, right? When you look at these, you can see basically the circle part.
Yeah.
But then, if you look at the top, you've got a wonderful, almost like marquise, like a
bauble, like a long bauble thing.
Yeah. And you can have a double one, or you could have it 3, 4 in a section
I
there.
see that.
Strip there. You could have it with just these flowers, the round flower in the middle.
Yep,
the
got
one
that.
with the petals, or the 50p one. So the pattern really depends on what you want to do with it, and that's what I like about these stencils, because they're workers, because they're not only pretty, and I mean that in a good way, they're very, very versatile. Because if you do this and then just die cut these out, you've got all sorts of different shapes, circles, squares, anything die cut. And I'm just looking at that, and if I was to die cut down there or cut down there, that'd be a wonderful trellis.
Yeah, it would.
On the scrapbook page.
I like the outside of it as well, Lou. I like the fact that you could use the edging of that stencil to create patterns.
And it fits.
Yeah.
That fits over here. So, but you know, just here, if I wanted to just finish this up, if I was, I had it the right way there. So I die cut that little page, I put this here, and then if I wanted to just put, and I'll be honest, this is the quickest and easiest thing. You've got now texture.
Oh yeah.
And you've done
like
nothing to it. Nothing. And I know that Angela, the designer of this, this is all her own artwork from her own stuff. So I've seen the ones on the wall and they are beautiful, the original pictures. So the first thing I'm going to do is, I've got an old kitchen sponge, because I'm too tight to buy the other stuff. I can't find it anymore, that fat foam anyway. I think they stopped doing it. So I've got kitchen sponge, I've got ground espresso, and I'm just very lightly I'm really going to mess, that was already on it.
Yep.
I'm going to mess it up like distressed and damaged.
You could just go and clean your oven out and use it from that, couldn't you? Straight onto the card.
Yeah, yeah. So I've got that, and I quite like that because I like the fact that you know you can go as light and as dark or whatever colour you want. And I'm just going to add a tiny bit of water. I don't want too much because I just want to add a little bit of water around the edge. Now I've put gesso on, so I will get a good base for this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it too thick. But I don't want it to just sink into the paper, and if you've not got the right paper it can do that. So I always like to have a bit spare, so here I'd use the back. So I don't want to get that. I've just put a little bit of this on the shiny paper that you don't want to see. I'll put it here just to show you, better on the white. And then I'm just going to drop it in just around the edge. Now I'm being a bit cagey with this because I don't want it too heavy, because if I have it too heavy, it's hard to take it away, whereas if I put it lightly, I can layer it.
That's really
that is the thing, the layers.
That's brilliant.
Are far better.
The brickwork through, how's that happening? That's amazing. Is it embossed?
The brickwork is in the folder.
Right.
So I'm just allowing the water in the...
I like this.
Just to go. So I've got a little bit of the brown. Now, obviously, you use more ink, put a little bit more on, and then just Mark's making me show you this. There's the brickwork.
Lovely.
But you don't have to have the window in it. You can put your own window in that.
Yeah.
You don't have to have the dye, you see. So I'm just going to put a little bit more on now. I've got a bit cagey with that, but I'm glad I have, because what I don't want is to put too much on. I've got a habit. I'm trying to be good. I've got a habit of putting too much on.
It's like one of those magic eye books, you know, that when you're at school you used to just paint with water and then things used to appear. And that's what's happening with that brickwork. This is a brilliant effect.
Stunning. Now, the thing is with this paper is brown reacts differently, so you need to test your papers first.
Okay.
I always do, because if in doubt, put some gesso on. So now what I'm going to do is, because it's like different layers of colour, it will behave differently in where there's less gesso.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do now is just get rid of any harsh lines that I don't want. And this is, to me, where it starts to look a little bit nice, and then a bit more arty now, and then just get tiny bit. It will warp, and that's only the paper. It's not a bad thing, so it's nothing to do with the product. So right, I'm really happy with that. It's got a vintage feel to it. I am just going to rub on some more over there just to show you how much you can get on.
I like it when the ink goes into the brickwork. That looks really cool. Yeah.
And then if you just want, say you want to take a lot of that off, if you get your ink pad, and it must be something flat, don't use a sponge, and just wipe it, it'll take the top layer off.
Yeah.
So it goes into it, and that way you can really sort of get to what's the word? You control it. So I'm just putting a little bit on there, and when it's wet, you add colour when it's wet, and it just allow it to bloom. Now I love that. I think that's nice, but I want a bit over here because I've got less white paint and more of the paper showing. So I've got a really nice effect happening now. To me, that's a holiday. It's like somewhere abroad, like where Paula lives, and that sort of feel. So on here, all I'm going to do is, because I've already put the ink on, I don't really have to do much. I'm just going to put a little bit on. Now, I'm going to get a bright colour because it just makes me think of bright blue.
Yeah.
Really does. So I've got some colours. Now, you have your own colours. I've got some like really bright metallic colours I got for my birthday, and I'm just going to drop on some colour.
When was your birthday, Lou?
In February. It was gone, so some of the guys in my wonderful team and my friends, they clubbed together and got me these amazing paints that were on my list. So I've got the blue there. I'm going to add another blue, because when you've got paint that's sort of flaky, it will be all different sorts of blues. It won't be just sort of different depths of colour. So I'm going to leave that. It's got a bit of a shine. I'm happy with that. I think that, I know some people go, ooh, you're happy with that, it looks. But that to me is how I want it. I want it to look old, I want it to look vintage. So the next thing is I'm going to put a piece underneath it. Now you can use white if you wish, you can use watercolour paper. If you're going to use something like a watercolour paper, my advice would be to use something thinner so that you've not got too much bulk with your work, because if it's going to be a card or anything, it'll be quite heavy, that. Whereas if it's going in your journal, it doesn't really matter. If you've got a tag, you could put a tag underneath it.
Yeah.
That's quite okay, all right. Or you could cut the whole thing to fit on a tag, so you could open up the tag. So anyway, I'll just show you what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to do that and like that there. So just going to get this. Now I'm not too worried where this is, because I'm just going to cover a larger area than I actually need. Now I'll put a tiny bit of water on to my sponge, so I'm going to get quite a nice,
oh, look at that,
vintagey feel. I don't want it all nice and uniform. I want it to look like, again, like peeled paint. So you can move it slightly and put another colour in. I'll never get it back to get, can't be bothered. So what I'm going to do now is, because I've got that colour on and I've got blue on the front, so I'm not going to sort of isolate the colour. I've got a tiny bit of blue and I'm just going to put hints of blue. You can hardly see it, but I know it's there, and I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on. And the reason I'm doing that is because when you tie colours together, even if you can hardly see them, the fact that you've introduced them together means that you're going to get a better sort of coordination. That's the word. That's better. I'm happy now. So I've got that. Really happy with that. And believe it or not, I'm going to stamp on this now. And you're like, what? But you will get a cool effect. You can use, this is a great one to use, but it would overbear that. Okay. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to think about maybe having some flowers in the background of this. I could make my own little flowers. If you haven't got flowers, stamps on your mind, you can use the ones I did before. Now, I did have it all set up, and I did the three-dimensional one, but, oh, here it is. Now, in the dies make this.
Oh, that's pretty.
And this is, yeah, you get two sorts, and they're all numbered, 1A, 1B, 1, so everything, you know what it all looks like, where it goes. It's really clever. So you can do, no worries about losing your bits of stamp, where they go. It all is clearly marked on the back of your die, not on the packet, on your die. So that's a really good thing. And then they all sort of work together. Now, if I was going to use this, I could have done these all in browns and had these sort of around the door.
Yeah.
To make it.
I like those colours with it though.
Yeah. Well, this is it. I know. I've done in these colours because I realise on telly you need a little bit of, brightness. I did the same thing using here before with the aged look. So the colours will even work on top of this. So just think about what you're going to use. I even cut out the flowers. It doesn't look great like this out of music paper, but they do build up really nicely. So even the dies on here, I could put some little music paper die flowers.
Oh, that's lovely.
And just, have them around with a bit of blue. So that's what I thought I'd do on the outside, but if I open that now, it's going to ruin the inside. So just leave them there, and I'm just going to get, now you can get any flowers you want from these stamps, anything. I mean, you've got these little ones, got the bigger ones, and I'm just going to do this as a, sort of check this out here now. You do need to leave your work to dry, because it does, obviously, this, I've put a lot of water on that now, but it's holding up to it. So what I'm thinking is you could put this all on if you wanted, or I'm just going to do this big one, because I'll show you what I'm going to do. Just going to put that on there. I'm going to use my espresso again. I'm going to stamp. Now I love this one. Now I don't know if this is the Protea. I think the other one's the Protea, but when I saw him, somebody, I can't remember who it was, told us the name on telly before. And I was like, yep, that's it, Protea. I kept thinking of protein, so I didn't say it just in case they looked a bit daft. But these flowers are all been hand drawn by Angela. All the original artwork is in her house, and the colours are just Angela. She's bright and cheerful, and I think that the stamps, it conveys all that in it. They're just beautiful. So got a little bit of blue now, and I'm using not the bright blue from that. I'm using a tiny bit of watercolour. Now you can use ink if you've got felt tip pens that you want to use, and I'm going to make it look a little bit old. So I've got a tiny bit of blue, and I'm just making it there. It could be any sort of blue, and I'm just, because I'm absolutely mad at the moment for blue and brown together, it just stunning for everything. Now don't forget, you've also got this here. So what is going to happen is it will activate the ink that's already on, so you don't want a lot, and I'm just concentrating on underneath where the petals meet. I'm not trying to colour them in, I'm just trying to create just where they overlap at the bottom, and I'm giving it a little bit of shade, and then around there like that. And this is an amazing way of creating your own watercolour background. It's absolutely, if I get time I'll show you. This is an amazing way of creating your own rice papers.
Oh really?
Oh yeah, it's stunning. Now because the background is also this is all done in a distress ink. I'm actually, when I'm applying water, I'm washing the background away. Can you see how it's going?
Oh, yeah.
So it's getting rid of the background, and it's allowing, so I'll just show you down here where you can see. So I can actually get rid of a lot of the pattern. So now the pattern's not the main thing, the pattern's actually in the flowers. So just remember that if you don't want that to work, then use this stays on in the background, but I'm just going to put a little bit here. So, and this is a really cool way of using your inks. If you make a mistake or you're not very good at stamping, it's a great way of sort of forgiving yourself, because people always think if it's not perfectly stamped that they've got right, bin it. It doesn't mean that. It just means that you just change it slightly and make it work for you. So again, a little bit more blue. I'm not going to spend too much time. And you could sort of this window effect. Now I'm not going to spend time doing it, but if you put 3D foam behind this, you've got depth and make it look like a real window. That's a really nice effect as well, because it sort of gives the idea of you looking into, oh mind you, that sounds a bit sad, doesn't it, looking in someone's room. Bit of a dodgy, so not that there, but you can do anything you want on it, and then you just have this coming over 3D with your little word or your secret message.
Oh, that looks lovely.
Do your journaling on that. The other thing, it might still be wet, but the other thing is you could have a picture, a photograph of somebody special. I'll show you with this. You could have that there, it could be a little postcard. But what you can do as well,
dear Janice, it's been so long. Carry on writing.
I know.
Since I saw you last.
Right, you can write on it like that as a journal prompt. And then the last thing I'm going to show you on this one is just to get your pencils. Your coloured pencils do a really good trick with this. If you don't want to journal, it's just, I know a lot of people don't journal, but it doesn't, I'm just trying to cover all bases.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get the brown. Now there's different sorts of brown, so I'm going to use a cool brown. And I'm just going to, you use it on the side. Now, just to explain, right, we draw like this.
Yeah.
We write like that.
Yep.
And we shade like that.
Okay.
So we get longer. And then when you're just rubbing it over the top, you start to pick up. So a little bit here. Now, if you don't want the writing, I'll just paint that out. I mean, I'm just showing you in case you want a journal. So now I'm going to go in with an orange or a lighter brown. Again, picking your pencil up that way, you get more colour. The length of your pencil, so it picks up. So I'm just going to pick up some more browner colours, and then I can go back over with the white if I wish, and then go for another light. Now, you might only have a couple of colours, that's fine. You don't need, you could do any colour you wanted. You could have match your house, it could be a new home, it could be memories for great holidays.
I'm loving this, Lou. I'm just watching you do that, and I'm taking myself back to Greece. Oh,
Absolutely.
I'd love to, yeah, go back to Greece or Spain in the hills. Look at that with the brickwork coming through. I love it.
It's and the thing is, you need to sort of, you know, where you go, because I always love your photographs, always love them. And when I see the colours in your sunsets and stuff like that, Janice, they really inspire me day after day. And I take some of those colours, I'm going a bit faster now just to show you, I take some of those colours and then think, well, why can't I have an orange wall? Why can't I have a brown wall? Because if you look in nature, the colours are so vibrant.
Yes.
You know, you don't need permission to do it. You just need a bit of inspiration or a bit of imagination.
Yeah, you do.
So I've got all those colours in there. The one thing I do need is a tiny bit of blue. And the reason I'm putting the blue in is just to give it like an old sort of distressed farmhouse look, but also a bit like the, you know, like the cement is coming through. And I think once you start getting your pencils out with your watercolours, you don't realise just how they all work together.
That's nice with that darker.
I'm just using the brush.
Yeah.
I want people to get these pencils, get your pencils out, you've got them, use them with your watercolours. That's what you know, they don't mix them enough. We seem to think that you can only use one thing at once, but you can use it all together. So here, pencil works really well because you've got that, it misses bits and it starts to look weathered. It's, you know, get a bit of the brown on. And if you want to be really clever, you've got the stamp, the wood grain stamp, and that would be fantastic because you could do your own wood grain.
Yeah.
Here I'm just going around the outside to give it a bit of depth. And do you know what? I could spend, that's what I mean about this. This one die, I spent ages on it, and it's only one die, and yet, to me, that's fascinating. I'm fascinated with that.
Yeah.
And just to show you again, that's one. So I've stamped a page, which in its own right is lovely.
Yes.
It's quite, you know, it's just sketchy. You can do this on your pages in your book because you've not got a coating on this, so I can actually do this around here and colour this in. So I can change all of this. I can make it look very vintage if you want. I don't have to have it sort of quite as bright. I mean, I love it bright. And then if I wanted to add pencil on top,
oh, that's
and bring all
nice.
the colour out, I've now got pencil on top. So don't think you can't change these as well. You can change your papers because of that non-coating. You can change, you know, the dyes. You can brighten things up. You can, I tell you what, there's not a lot you can't do with these. And then your pencils just
enhance it, doesn't it? It's a brilliant idea.
To it. It's so simple.
And do you know what, Lou? When you've done something like that, you actually sit back and you feel like you've made that design because you're colouring onto it. It gives you more confidence to perhaps do some sketchy detailing yourself. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I just want to remind everybody of the one-day special, if that's okay. We've got a great deal on the complete collection, but we do have some options for the one-day special. We've got two different options for the one-day special for you, but everyone's going for this complete collection. It's where you make the most saving. It's an incredible deal. So you've got all of these different sections brought together, but they work together. They mix well. You can use a paper pad from the options of the one-day special with some of the papers that we have in the other options for you because it works. It's all of the same ilk, as we like to say. So you've got your embossing folders in here, you've got your dies in here, your stamps in here, your paper pads, your A4, your 12 by 12 and your 6 by 6 paper pads as well. You've got a plethora of stamps and dies and those embossing folders and the stencils. Don't forget the stencils, they are sensational. You're going to be able to use these with other dies in your project, with other papers in your project, but of course you can use them collectively together. Now that price, we do know it's a considerable purchase, especially for 1 month, so we need to budget for that. So why don't we divide the cost over 3 months, interest-free payment, and we'll sort all that out for you. You don't need to sign any credit forms or anything like that. In fact, if you head to the website, all you need to do is put the full collection into your basket, then tick FlexiBuy, and that's it. If you want to be a Freedom member and make that extra saving, then it's 888 in your basket. It is £7.97 a month for your Freedom membership, and it means you don't pay any P&P. So think about it. How many items do you buy from us here at the craft store? Twice a month? It's paid for it, isn't it? It's paid for it. You can buy 100 items a month and be a Freedom member and never pay any P&P. That's the beauty of Freedom membership, and you get great discounts. Like on this complete collection, if you're not a Freedom member, then you don't get that extra £18.97. So when you do the math, it's definitely worthwhile becoming a Freedom member today. Now, the essentials have been extremely busy for your essentials collection. Everybody likes diddy things, don't they? They like things that are small, that are miniature. I do, and I know lots of people out there do as well. My producer loves diddy small things. I love them as well. They fascinate me. Small little books. So envelopes like this are brilliant. You could use these as gift tags. You could use these in your planning and your scrapbooking. You could use them to do little wedding favours on tables. Yeah, if you're getting married, if you've rescheduled your marriage ceremony, for example, you know, now lockdown is coming out, then you can use these for that. But so many different projects, and we've got 2 sets for you. So the first set, excuse me, is letter and post card. You've got 35 stamps and 15 dies. So you've got this, I'll call them the straightforward envelopes, but then you've got all those little worker stamps for you, which are brilliant. £13.48, 138898. Then we've got another option for you, and this one is your fancy ones, your fancy pants ones. I like these with your frills around the edge. £13.48. You've still got similar. I went all high then. Oh, you've still got similar stamps in there for your journaling, for your card making. I mean, you look at that. Look inside. Tiny gift. I love you. Oh. So, not this time of night. I believe in you. Remember, personal note inside. You got this. Now, my producer's reading these out to me. I thought she was actually just saying these things to me. I thought she was just saying, you're a star. You got this. And then I realised she was just actually reading out the stamps. So I feel really upset now because, you know, I felt really good for a moment. You got this. I love you. I was like, stop it. Then I realised she's reading out the stamps. Oh, well, never mind. It's a great collection. £13.48, 287786 is your item number. And if you want to go for these and you go for that complete collection, remember you can divide the cost of these over 3 months. So that's £4 in your basket today, if you're going for that full, complete collection. I know, it's a great deal, isn't it? It really is. Those are the different ways you can buy from us here at the craft store. Right, let's head back to Lou. We've got about 10 minutes, is it, left on the show? About that. Lou, what we're going to have a look at next?
Perfect. I thought I'd show you the die, because this die, there's a bit more to it than you think.
Yeah.
You've got the die and the edge. And I first saw it and I thought, I can use this at the side, at the top, at the bottom of all my cards. I can use it, emboss it, I can make it 3-dimensional. So I saw it and I thought, I'll use this again and again and again. And I very much so have that, the stencils and the other die, I have used constantly, because I thought, what happens if I want to make a quick card? So I decided I was going to try them in different media. So it looks a bit rough, but it's only because I've tried them in different card stocks and things. So the first one I tried it in was parchment. Works beautifully as a parchment front. So this is a bit rough and ready, but you know, if you was to just like Barbara does, with all your wonderful tool marks with your parchment and doing all your embossing. You can make a beautiful card out of this, so it goes that way. But so, really like the idea. You can emboss it because all these are elements that are stand up. So if you get your embossing tools and your whatever your ball tools, you can do all your embossing. Now I'm not great at this, so I'm not going to be telling me granny how to suck eggs, but basically if you start all that business, it'll start to make it 3D. So I thought I really like that. I'd need a little bit more time to practice, but what you do get, excuse me for crossing my arms over here, what you do get is a lovely edge. So I thought, oh, now if you cut that straight, that's brilliant. That's a really good piece, because that's great for having as on top of your, you know, say, I can't show you on this because it doesn't really show up, but if I wanted to put it top and bottom to highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got that. I could colour it any colour I want.
It looks like the edge of a stamp.
Yes. Yep, absolutely. So here it is again. I've chopped it out the other way so you can use it as an edge and you get a lovely edge on it. So you can make like little bookmarks as well.
Yeah, good
idea. So
idea.
then I thought, what will it look like in different coloured cards? So the first one I did was in the blue, and I just thought, oh, I love that, because you could, if you wanted to, just change the colour behind so that you could either, I mean, this is only for TV.
That's
so
fine. That's different.
It is bright, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you could either stick that to the back so you could have it that so it's free.
Yeah.
Or stick that to that.
Yeah, got
so
you.
Yeah, so you've got a couple of options there, and I really like the idea of doing that. Now, on this option here, I've used the wavy edge to create an edge.
That's wavy,
you don't have to do that if you don't want. You can. I've actually just on this one cut away the edge. So, and again on there, so you can make the edge as much, you know, however you want. So then I thought, right, I'm going to try it on black. So I went away and I got a piece of scrap, and I just thought, oh my word. So this is what I thought I'd come up with so quick. Anybody can do it. It's so simple. I've used a piece of black card.
Yeah.
And I've die cut it on the edge, and I've not done the circular bit. I've die cut it just straight.
Oh, that looks nice with the background.
Absolutely. So now what you can do is, if you want a really elegant card, you just have that, and maybe even just use the scallop edge, you know, to die cut it there like that. And I thought if you sort of, because you can continually do this again and again and again, because this little mark on it allows you to match them all up.
Yeah.
So if you did it a couple of times and then just chopped it off, you could actually layer up the flowers.
That's a good idea.
Then this one, if you cut this edge here, I could cut the underneath so that you would see this on the underneath as well. So there's tons of ideas.
We've got 3 minutes, Lou, just to give you a little time check.
Yeah,
sorry to do that. Time flies, doesn't it?
Black card, and the idea is don't pull the little pieces that hold it together there. You just push those through, and they're the loose bits. So it's easier to just do it from the back like that and just push them through, and then it doesn't push all of it through, and then you know which is 3D.
Got you.
I've just done a couple to show you, and while they're like that, you get your paints or whatever you want. I'm using some metallic paints. I've just done it there, and I'm just putting a little bit on all the tips of all the bits. That's I'm going to need a little bit more to show you. So all the bits that are just high off and just putting colour on them. So I could do it like that, just so you've got, when you look at it, the light catches it. Or the other way is just plain, let me get some water on there, it might help. Plain, just paint it all quite thick, and then when it's dry, as I did before, push it from behind, and what'll happen is, it has to be dry, because if you don't do that, what'll happen is the water will perhaps rip the paper, and then it'll all be 3D, but you can start to mix your colours as well whilst it's wet. So I just think this can be as ornate or as simple as you want, but just black and white, and I can just show you now while it's drying, just black and white is an elegant card on its own right, or even a little piece of, this looks really pretty as well, just a piece of music paper behind.
That looks lovely. What a different twist on it, Lou, and I love that. I love the way that you think differently.
Yeah, you've got to think, I want to do all these different things. Well, if I buy it, can I do it? And the answer's yeah. I mean, you can even put that behind it.
Yeah, that's different, isn't it? Well, that gives it a nice Spanish feel.
Circles, so, yeah, and these circles are great because they just fit. I know this is what happens when you play. They just fit behind. Let me move all that.
Now, Lou, we've got 40 seconds left of the show. I don't know where the time goes. You are such an inspiration. Lou, thank you so much. Sorry to cut you short like that, but you're back tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
I am looking forward to it. I'll probably work for another hour now.
I'm sure you will. Once you've got those creative juices going, you do. Lou, love you lots, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, and love you to bits.
See you, Lou. Oh, isn't it lovely? So inspirational to see different ways of using a collection that you're going to get when you get home. And it is an amazing collection. So many of you taking advantage of those extra savings. Do check out your basket. But hey, stay with us. We've still got another live hour here on the Craft Store. Yes, Rosella's coming up next. We've got So Easy, Sashi, we've got stitching coming up next. And then we're back with our Lou and the Studio Light One Day Special.
Hello, my name's Stuart and I'm the Managing Director of Oakwood Archer. Oakwood Archer is a family-run business and my son and my daughter work very hard with me to bring the best craft items to you in the UK. We specialise in high-quality items brought into the UK from all over the world, including brands like Kaisercraft, Stampendous and Impression Obsession. Our products include stamps, dies, papers, buttons, trimmings, ribbons and album making kits. Just about everything you need to be a good crafter.
Hi, I'm Pat.
And Mark.
From Totally Patched. We're a family-based business here in Shropshire. We've been established for about 20 years. Most of the kits we produce we design ourselves. The design process is usually inspired by the fabric itself. We only use great quality fabrics, 100% cottons.
So, whether you're a beginner or an experienced sewer or quilter, we hope we've got something for all of you.
Did you know you can continue watching the Craft Store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for free using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If it's not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember, you will need your router's password at hand whether you're on a wired or a wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your internet web browser app. Select this to open and then type thecraftstore.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcasts and access to previous shows. Now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite TV shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Chocolate Baroque, and we design and manufacture our own rubber stamps right here in the northeast of England. Our stamps are beautifully elaborate, very, very detailed, exquisitely etched, and the quality is next to none. So good that if you look after your stamps, we guarantee them for a lifetime. Whether it's stamping, mixed media or art journaling, join us for our journey into everything creative and messy and see what you can create with our stamps.
Hiya, I'm Hazel Eaton from Pink Frog. Pink Frog is an established company. You may have seen us in shows up and down the country. It's a family-run business up in Chesterfield. Pink Frog started to bring out their well-known Britannia dies, and then we moved on to a wonderful range of cardstocks. You'll probably know us for our super smooth cardstock, and now we have moved into the world of stamping, and we produce high quality polymer stamps for you all to enjoy. We have a wide range of designs, and we're particularly known for our flower dies and flower stamps. On our shows, I hope to bring you many hints and tips and techniques to inspire you, the crafter, at home. Make sure you don't miss the Pink Frog shows.
Good evening, everyone. I hope you're well. This is our final live hour here on the Craft Store. We stay live all the way through until 10 o'clock every single day, but we continue to broadcast throughout the night, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we're always there to keep you company. And if anyone's coming in late from work or early, because we broadcast in Europe and America as well, so there's lots of different time changes going on, so we're always there for you. But this is our last live hour. I'm joined once again by Rosella. How are you?
Hello. I like this time on a Saturday night.
It's nice,
isn't it? Yeah,
it's
a bit of
nice.
sitting down sewing.
Yeah. What have you been up to today? Because it's nice to have just a little bit of a chat before we go in the show.
Well, it was nice morning, wasn't it? Now, apparently, it's Hug a Dog Day today.
Oh, is it?
It is. It's Hug a Dog Day. I went to put a photo on of my Bowser, who's a miniature schnauzer.
Oh, Bowser that's a miniature schnauzer. I love that.
Yeah, Henry named him when he was about 8, and we're living with it.
Oh, Hug a Dog Day.
Hug a Dog Day.
Oh, I can't wait to get home and hug Millie. I always hug her anyway, but
Yes.
Hug a Dog Day. She actually hugged me this morning. Oh. Yeah, she put little arms around me like that and gave me a little hug. Honestly, it was the sweetest thing. Sweetest thing. Bless her. Because I had a busy morning. I've swapped my 4 wheels from petrol to electric.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a brand new lawnmower, so I'm dead excited about that. It's electric, so it's cordless electric. So I'm happy about that. So when my back's better, I'll be doing the gardening again. But you're quite right. This time of night, to sit down when all that's out the way, you know, the kids might be in bed, or if you don't have children, the dog's in the bed, they're not getting your attention. You've got a bit of you time, a bit of sew time.
Yeah.
So we like that. What have we got in store for this show?
So we've got Sashiko. So if you've never heard of Sashiko before, Sashiko is a really, really old Japanese form of sewing. It was born out of practicality, so Japanese peasants, I don't really like that word, Janice, peasants, Japanese fishermen and farmers from, and we're talking a long time ago, sort of 17th century, they actually had to wear either navy or grey clothing. They were, that's, you know, that sort of denoted their rank, and obviously they didn't have an awful lot of money spare to be changing their clothing, so they had to repair it. So they would layer up odd bits of fabric and they would stitch through, and they would stitch through with the sashiko, little stabs, and they'd layer it up, which is borrow, which is sort of the layered. But it's an art form, and it really is. And we talked earlier that a lot of the patterns, that they're influenced by nature, but they have some super meanings, which we'll probably have a look at a little bit later. But it's so identifiable because traditionally navy with white thread or ecru thread, and that was to denote the snowflakes falling in the sky.
Do you know, it's really easy to do. It really is, with the method that Rosella is going to show you. You've got the tools for the trade as well in the kits that we've got available for you. And I think it's something that you really will get into the more you do, and the more you realise how easy it is to put together. And then you can put your own twists on there with the different patterns, because we've got templates, so I'll explain everything to you, but I just wanted to show you some of these designs that, wow, they take next to no time to do.
They don't, and actually you were just saying that, and this is a great gift for someone. If you know someone that would actually like to dip their toe into soft crafts, would perhaps papercraft a bit, would enjoy to stitch, because this is just one stitch. This is a running stitch, and which is putting your needle in, going up, going back down again, and that's all it is. So it's really accessible. The templates are easy to use, the patterns are easy to transfer. It's a really relaxing hobby.
And there's something, a little fun fact about the stitches. And about the size, about the size. They don't have to be exact, but what's the fun fact about the stitches?
So they have to be no larger than a grain of rice, and this was by order, and no wider than a blade of straw.
Wow. See, isn't that interesting? Something new that you're learning as well. Right, let's go through the kits. Now, we've got the starter kit for you, because you're probably sitting at home now thinking, I really want to have a go at this, but I need, what do I need? Right, you need some fabric. We've got lovely indigo fabric. Let me show you the size of this fabric, actually, because it is, if I remember rightly, 142 centimetres by half a metre. It is a big piece. I'm just going to pull this back, if that's okay. There you go. So that's a large piece there.
It is a large piece of fabric. There's instructions on the starter kit to actually make that into a cushion, but I seriously think 3 cushion fronts from that.
Most definitely.
And back them with something, a different fabric, not some nice indigo fabric.
It's 100% cotton, and it's top quality as well. It's lightweight, and it's really, really easy to stitch through, so it's going to be an absolute pleasure to use. So that's included. You also have your thread, which is the white. Now we've got packs of 3 of threads available for you. You can go for the website to see that. We'll show you them in a moment. You've got 40 metres on there, so that's a lot. Then you've got your templates. These are brilliant, your templates, because your pen that you get included, your fabric pencil, which comes in all different colours, by the way. It's like those pens you used to get at school. You can start to mark your pattern on the fabric. Depending on what colour works for you. And then you've also got your needles as well. So everything is in that particular kit. It's a starter kit, and it really is going to get you started as well. But a quarter of the stock has gone. Sorry, I was just bringing that into shot there. There you go. So you just, nudge that in and out. And what's great about that, you can just change the colour. You push that forward. There you go. Look at that. It's like, right, what colour do you think is going to come out next? Oh. We've had white, we've had black. What colour? I'm just twisting this randomly. What colour's going to come out? What colour's going to come out? Oh, let me just get that into place. No colour. What? Oh, it's green. It's green. But there are different colours available. You can see them there all in the end. So plenty for you to use, which is fantastic. That is a great starter kit, but we've been really busy for it. 629866 is your item number, £32.99. Now, this is interesting. We have got 2 templates. Well, it's not 2 templates, is it? There's a lot on the 2 template sets, Rosella.
That's right. So you've got that one is hemp.
Yes,
which
that's
is
your hemp.
Absolutely super. And I'm going to tell you what hemp means when I can find my notes.
Oh, let me just pick this up.
What did hemp mean, Janice? Come on.
Hemp means natural, organic, a party.
It was family notes. It was radiating life in a light of the soul.
Okay, sorry, I was going to show you these 2 separately, because you can buy these separately, and I was going to suggest that you were going to you could add these to your starter kit. So what I'll do is I'll just push these back over here, and we're talking about the whole complete set. I beg your pardon. Never promised you a rose garden. But what we've got here is a whole complete set of your templates. So you've got your hemp, and then you've got your borders, which are great. And then you've also got 3 of the templates that are in your starter kit. Now, if you want to go for this and don't buy the starter kit, maybe you're already doing sashiko, then £26.95 is a great price. 824704 is your item number. But if you wanted to go for 2 of the template systems that we've got that are not in that starter kit, you can buy them separately, and they are the hemp on its own and the border on its own. So the hemp, we'll show you this. There you go, £6.99, 290707. So add that to your starter kit, because then you're kind of building your own kit then, aren't you?
Absolutely. You're building up your pattern repertoire then, aren't you?
And then you've got your borders. And if you want to go for your borders, it's a separate item number. We'll bring the details up for that. You can add this to your starter kit. And that is 479636 at £7.99. But they do come in that complete set. So you choose, you decide. We just like to give you choice, because it's always good to make that decision, informed decision as well. So your templates will start to create those fabulous patterns that you could add to your designs for your wall, for example, for your bags. You could make a little pillow. Look at that, isn't that nice? That could be a bag actually. Or you could put an ice pack in there, which would be good. And there's that lovely cherry blossom, which is gorgeous. So £26.95 for the whole complete set, but you can go for those two ones individually if you want to. Right, we've got more for you. We've got some great little kits, haven't we, Rosella? And these little kits could be a starter kit for you, because you get everything in there, don't you?
You do, and I like this one, Janice, because this is the lighter colour with the blue thread as well, so you get a little bit of a contrast. So maybe you're going with the starter kit with the indigo fabric and you're thinking, oh, actually, you know, I quite fancy a project. And again, you've got step-by-step instructions on this. This is using the 7 Treasures template. You've got the blue pen there, water washable, that's not right, is it?
Washable.
Water erasable. Would that be the one?
That's the one.
Pen there, and you've got the navy thread there as well. And of course, you've got some embroidery needles to help you along. And again, we looked at the fabric on this one earlier, didn't we, Janice? And the amount of fabric you're getting, we're thinking, I haven't actually looked at the instructions. I should have done, because I imagine it's got a lining.
Yes.
And I should say that's why we've got so much fabric. So I would be inclined to do 2 fronts and 2 backs of my own fabric then.
Now, that does say craft apron. From a distance, it actually looked like something else. £17.99, 739048 is your item number. I wonder if you've had any emails in, because earlier on we were wondering whether we should be daft or serious. We were going to ask for emails in.
We were going to.
It's your show, you decide.
Flavour of the show.
Yeah. It's just that Rosella had some daft stuff to tell us later on. I hope you still got that. I hope she's still got that. Right, we also have another kit for you. This is your tote bag. So you get enough fabric in here to make the tote bag. I've got another lovely picture here of said bag, because our Rosella has made a sample, but her sample's slightly different. So that is the tote bag just there, you can see. That is really nice, with some added stitching if you want.
I'm going to show us that, Janice, on our first demo. I'm just going to show that extra stitching with the border dies on that, yeah.
Because the template you get, as you can see there, are what we think looks like, well, it could be hills, it could be clamshells.
Blue sea waves.
Blue sea waves, there you go. And let me show you the tote bag. I might don it again.
I think you should.
I'm going to don the tote bag and show you. Yes. I'm going to don it, because you know sometimes where are we going? Right here. Sorry. Shall I go here? Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Here. Okay. Right. I've donned the bag, and what's nice about this is that it adds to my outfit, doesn't it? Or it could hide something. You know, if you go out and you think, oh, I don't like the clothes I'm wearing, you don a bag like this, and it's part of your outfit. That's what I think, anyway. So if you see me scuttling around with my bag for life, you know that I'm just not happy with what I'm wearing. But I like this. This is a different shape to the one on the actual pattern, but I like what you've done here, Rosella. You've made it thinner, haven't you?
It's slightly thinner, but I think in terms of maybe transporting your laptop or your iPad around, because you can just sort of hang on to the bottom of it do you like to hang, to make sure that you've still got it with you?
Yeah, be walking like oh, nearly fell over there. Don't lift one leg, Jenny. Don't do that. Not this time of night. It's lovely. I really genuinely love this shape, so maybe something to bear in mind. In fact, is this half the shape?
No, it's slightly. It's actually a full handle. It's thinner because I cut 2 sets of handles by mistake because I did not read the instructions.
Oh, do you know what? I'm glad you didn't, because I really like this. And you know that pattern as well. That could be. And here's another project, because we do have some fabric available for you. It could be like a little skirt. I might have to go quite far back. See?
That would be
even
lovely.
with a pair of trousers.
Yes.
even because, you know, in the Asian countries, they wear trousers and dresses, which is really nice.
Absolutely.
So that's what I would wear. There you go, just give you
it would make a beautiful border on a skirt, wouldn't it?
Most definitely, most definitely. Okay, don't zoom in. Zooming in. What's that all about? Right, okay. Oh, the pattern, yes, of course. Right, so you've got that full kit there, the water erasable pen in white, you've got your white thread, and you've got that fantastic kit all packaged up for you beautifully. $17.99. It's a great price. That could be your starting point.
It certainly is, because actually the method is exactly the same, whichever template you use, whichever fabric you use.
Certainly is. Right, love that. Now, we've got some extra threads for you. Let me just grab this blue, because they come in sets of 3. 40 on each. That's 120 metres in total. So your first colour is your ecru. And you're thinking, well, what's ecru, Janice? Well, we've got white as well. So if I put the white at the side, you can definitely see the difference. So you can get 3 ecru, 3 white, or 3 navy. So they come in packs of 3. £14.99. So ecru, navy or white. 250296. Now the needle bundle proved to be very busy earlier on in the show, and we've got something really interesting in here. So you've got your needles, you've got your different sizes, Rosella, and then you also have the thimble, but we're calling it a palm ball.
We are calling it a palm ball because as you're stitching with Sashiko, you've got a lot of fabric on your needle, and if it's a stiff fabric, then you need the aid of a thimble to push it through, and this actually sits on your middle finger. It's adjustable, so one size fits everyone, and it just aids you actually getting that needle through the fabric.
Yeah, because it's a long needle, isn't it? And you've got those included in this particular deal. So 2 packs of needles, and then you've got that thimble or palm ball, £9.99, 177493 is your item number. Right, let's have a quick look at the website, then we'll head over to demonstrations. So plenty to choose from on the website, including the starter kit. We've got extra fabric for you in that lovely indigo colour. It's all 100% cotton. We've got books for you as well. Yeah, maybe you want to take it even further. Have a look at the books on there, because we've got some sensational prices for your books. And your Freedom membership is there, 88888 in your basket, and you can become a Freedom member, which means you don't pay any P&P. It's a great way to buy from us here at the craft store. Think about how many items you buy a month. Maybe you buy 2, maybe you buy 3. Add that up together. Think about your postage and packaging. Well, £7.97 is a one-off fee, and then all your P&P is included on anything you buy. You can buy 1,000 things a month. Well, you would, but you might. And all your P&P will be included. Just think how much money you'd be saving. You'd be saving a ton of money. In fact, on average, let's say you buy 100 things a month. I know you probably wouldn't, but you might. You'd be saving £390, wouldn't you? Because postage, on average, about £3.95. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Become a Freedom member. Right, we're going to head over to Rosella. Have we got a picture to show? Not yet. We do, though. I'll show you that in a moment's time. Rosella, what are we having a look at?
Okay, so I just want to look at the tote bag. You've seen the finished sample. I'm just going to show you how to transfer the pattern, and then we're going to use the border ruler, because on the tote bag pattern, it's actually got straight lines as well. You can put any pattern that you want on this bag. This is the wave pattern. However, if you turned it upside down, it's either fish scales or dragon scales, which I think is just absolutely wonderful. So I'm actually going to stick with it that way, because the method of transferring is exactly the same. All you're going to do, you've got little holes in your template, and that's for your fingers to go through to keep it secure, because it's fabric, it might move. And then you're getting the pen within the kit, on the tote bag kit. So this is the white one, because that's the best pen that you're going to use on the navy fabric. On your starter kit, you've got that wonderful coloured pen. It's got the yellow as well. Yellow's really good on navy fabric too. So it's your choice, whatever you find easy to use. And this will wash out, and you will wash your Sashiko lightly, because your thread sort of plumps up a little bit if you wash it as well. So all you do is work your way through your template, and this is part of it. So, you know, settle down, put your favourite book on. I've had a new book today, so I'm going to sit and listen to my new audio book and just transfer your pattern. What did I get? it's an Inspector Lindley one.
Oh.
Yeah. So, you know, I choose mine on duration. Does anybody else do that? It's the longest book. I'm going for it. I just finished one this morning. Oh my goodness, it was 40 odd hours and crack. It was tedious. So, but I was listening to it because it was on my credit, so I was definitely having it. But can you see that I've just lined up the area that I've used, and then you can just repeat, and that's all it is, and it's really quite nice to do. It's one of those. Yeah, I'll stop this in a minute, but I'm actually having quite a nice time at this.
You keep going.
I'm going to keep going just for a moment on this. So this is my design. We'll talk more about those in a little bit, but I thought with this I'll just show you how we use the border ruler as well. So I've got my little scales on that, and then on here you've actually got a couple that it's almost straight at the top there, isn't it? Now if I'd actually done one further down I'd have been able to line it up a little bit better, but we'll go with this one, and I think we'll go up from there. And you can just design. Now because it's all it is running stitch, then it's really easy to stitch as well.
I guess with these being borders, Rosella, what you can do is, like you say, you could use just part of it. You could just use like a little run. It doesn't have to be the border going all the way up.
No, and it means because you've got the corners on it, it means you can turn corners. So on this one, if we just again line up 3 that we've already done, we can then turn a corner with it. And you can come back down again. So it really is lots and lots. I know, it's great, isn't it? It really is lots and lots of fun.
Good.
And that's all you have to do. So you choose the pattern you want, whether you copy the one that's actually on the tote bag pattern, or whether you actually just adapt it a little bit yourself. Maybe you've chosen some of the other templates that come with it. You know, maybe you're going to have a feature of the Sakura, or this one is called Weights. I'm not sure of the meaning of that, but actually,
what's it called?
Weights. It's fondue weights.
What, weights? Interesting.
So if actually this is going to join up really well.
I wonder if that's like a balancing, like 2 pieces of wood or bamboo on top of each other, just delicately balancing, like when you weigh, like scales.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. But can you see it all ties in? And we're going to play a little bit later about we're sort of making our own patterns up. But you're going to have lots and lots of fun. And of course, you know, have a bit of a play with this. This is a stencil, which means that you can use a pencil. You can create your own pattern on paper.
Oh, can you show us that piece of fabric?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, here we go.
Rosella's used some fabric ink using there you go. Look at that.
There we go. So that was just stenciled through with a stencil brush and fabric ink if you're going to wash it. But if you're not, then any sort of ink. But, you know, just have fun, design your own patterns. I just think this would make the most delightful bedding. You know, sort of plain white pillowcases, plain white duvet.
And what's nice about it is you've still got that sashiko style.
Yes.
You've just not stitched it, but you could add some stitching to it. Yeah. You could add some beads to it. So that's a marvellous way. Just remember to clean your stencils if you're then going to put it onto fabric, of course.
Absolutely. And, you know, they are quite easy. I'm just trying to see if I've got my dirty stencil here. No, I haven't. But they are easy, clean stencils. So, you know, as long as you make sure that it's nice and flat when you clean it, just pop it in the bowl of water or whatever.
We've got some pictures to show you.
Yes.
The first one is from Michelle. Thanks ever so much for sending your pictures in. Now, Michelle said it's very relaxing and very easy to do. Oh, there's that weight pattern.
Isn't that fabulous?
Isn't that brilliant?
It repeats so beautifully, doesn't it? And then again, we've got the blue sea waves there, but we've also then... is that a straight line between them, or is it up from the weights again? That's interesting.
It's interesting, isn't it? On the left-hand side?
Yeah. Is it straight? I've got it on an angle to me, so I can't quite tell.
It might be. Yeah, I think it is straight actually.
So you'd be able to, Michelle. Thank you so much for sending this in. So you'd be able to create that with that border die as well. That is lovely. I like the colour of the fabric as well, Janice.
Yeah.
With that maroon again.
Yeah.
The contrast.
Oh, thank you, Michelle, for sending those in. Thank you very much. I think we've got another one. Karen's just started the tote bag. Look at that. She said it's very easy and very addictive.
Oh, it absolutely is, and that's a good width.
Yeah, that is a good sized tote bag. Well done, Karen. That That is absolutely brilliant. That really, really is. And when that's made and completed, oh, it's going to be amazing. Oh, thank you very much for sending your pictures in. We really appreciate it. And Rosella loves to see them. And all our guests love to see your pictures as well, because it's about you guys out there as much as it is about the demonstrations here in the studio. So keep sending your pictures in, or your comments. You can email in. It's studio@thecraftstore.com. And I'd like to say hello to everyone on Facebook Live. We do broadcast on Facebook as well, and sometimes there's people in there having a bit of a chit-chat. So if you are on Facebook Live, hello to you too, and hello to everyone in America and Europe. Yeah. Right, Rosella, what we're looking at now?
Okay, so one of the little projects that I thought would be really useful is a coaster. So isn't that so pretty? So this is using the cherry blossom, which is one of my favourites. Sakura pattern, and then I've just used a bit of contrasting fabric on the reverse there. And again, it's I've put the whole project on YouTube because I know I'll never get through it.
How do we find you on the tube?
Oh, just Rosella Cottrell. And it's there, and it's live now because I did just check.
Okay.
The reason I've done this just on one layer is because I've actually put some insulated wadding in there as well. So it would be quite nice to actually stitch through one layer of wadding and the fabric as well. And you could do that because, I mean, it's hand quilting basically, isn't it, at the end of the day? But it's really nice just to stitch on one layer of fabric and then a little bit of iron-on interfacing. If you think that, particularly on this, it's a coaster, so I'm going to stand something on it, which means that there's potentially it's going to rub at the stitches.
Yeah.
So a little bit of interfacing on the back is going to give it a little bit of protection, and I've done the same in the tote bag as well, just to actually to make it stand a little bit better, because it could sag, but also just to keep those stitches in place.
So could you layer it up and make it a little bit thicker, like you say, to make it look, well, quilted, which is what it is really.
Yeah, absolutely. And also you can use 2 layers of fabric as well.
Would it be a different technique to sew? Because you know you do the sew where you keep it on the needle. If it's thicker, you can't do that, can you?
No, you can't. So it would limit it. However, with the longer needles, if I show you the length of this in the needle set, the longer one, I'm using the slightly shorter one. I've got to go sideways. Come on out. So that's quite a long, and it's a thick needle, so that would help you to get the thread through a slight. If maybe something like a very low loft fusible fleece, you'd be able to bunch up a little bit, but yes, it would affect the way you were stitching. However, it's quite nice and have a bit of a play, because that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just having a bit of a play. So I'm just going to thread up my needle. So if you give me
just while you do that, we've had another picture in.
Okay.
I know you're threading your needle, and now I've asked you to look at the screen, but this is from Jenny. Look at that.
Wow.
They're beautiful. She says it's very relaxing and you can go anywhere and do it. Of course you can. And look, there are all the patterns and the templates that we've got on the show today. And I like the one in the middle. That's like a variegated thread.
Yes, it is. Now, I'm interested, Jenny, was that from the starter kit? Because I'm noticing behind we've got the Waves pattern and the 7 Treasures. Yeah, we've got all of the patterns on there. That is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
And doesn't it? Isn't that blue, that indigo blue, a lovely blue? It's not like a navy as such, it's like an indigo blue. It's beautiful. And again, that really is the colour of the summer. Mustards and indigo blues, excuse me, like that. That's not a colour, by the way. Excuse me, that's not a colour. The blue and the mustards and the yellows are going to be really big this summer. Right, let's take a look at the package that we've got for you with all of the templates. So now you've seen some more designs that people have been sending in. You can see here how beneficial this is. The 3 here are in the starter kit. Those 3 are in the starter kit. So if you are going for the starter kit, you might want another option. I'll tell you about that in a moment's time. But if you're not going for the starter kit, this is a great template collection to go for, because you can buy your own fabric, you can buy your own needles, and you can buy your own threads as well. £26.95, 824704. We do have these 2 separately. Bear that in mind, because you might want to add these 2. They've got separate item numbers to your starter kit, which I think would be a good idea, actually. Now, the starter kit's busy, very, very busy. So I'm really pleased with that, because you've got everything you need. All you need is a pair of scissors. All you need is a pair of scissors when you get this home, start making and creating. So you've got that very large piece of indigo fabric, 100% cotton. You've got this gorgeous thread. I can't tell you how lovely this is. It's almost like, when you look at it, excuse me, it's almost like rope, isn't it, Rosella?
Yes, it is. And it's cotton. It's like a matte cotton, isn't it? If you could have matte cotton, that's what it is.
It's absolutely gorgeous. It really is. And when you get it home, you'll know exactly what I mean. Then you've got your 4 templates, and then you've got your washable, erasable pencil. And what's great about this is that you've got all those different colours to work with. So you might have different fabrics that you're working on. So you've got that, and it's retractable as well, which is fabulous. And you've got the needles. So that's your starter kit, $32.99, $629.866, and that's the starter kit that I was suggesting you might, if you wanted to go for more templates, because these are available individually with individual item numbers. The border ruler is on the bottom of the screen, $7.99, $479, $636, and then you've got your hemp leaf, which is $6.99. So you might want to consider those. Many of you are, actually. Then you've got a really cool starter kit, haven't you? Head to the website and have a look at fabrics and threads and other needle packages we've got available for you. And we've got some amazing books as well. And the books are going to give you lots and lots of inspiration. And, of course, they are excellent value for money. So if you like this particular book that we've got right here, so this one's called Modern... Is it Coggin? Modern Coggin?
I don't know how it's pronounced, yes.
Coggin? Modern Coggin? Modern Coggin. If you're from Leicester, it's Modern Coggin. If you're from somewhere posher, it's Modern Coggin. Simple and stylish, I know what I mean. Can I have that Modern Coggin book, please? You mean the Coggin? No, the Coggin. And this is brilliant because, look, you've got all of these different ideas. Really nice, isn't it, to get a book? Because then it's ideas that perhaps you've not thought of. So, lovely. Excellent. Love that. And that is $12.99. 993006 is your item number. It's a fantastic book, actually. It's really, really good. Lots and lots of ideas in there. Right, Rosella. Back to you.
So just before we move on, I know that we've looked at the indigo pictures that have come through, but also if you have got the starter kit, you might be interested in the fabrics that we've got on the show as well, because we do have not only different colour threads, we have different colour fabrics, and we have the, I think we're calling it ivory fabric.
Yes, it's called ivory on our details, but it's the ecru. We're calling it ivory.
This one. And you've got the white fabric. I did have some white fabric somewhere. Oh, there we go. So you can see the difference in the colour there. That's out of the packet. And then you've got the navy as well. And again, you're getting a huge piece of this. So you're getting 142 centimetres by a metre.
Wow.
So that's twice as much as was in the starter kit, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is. Yeah, it's a good piece.
A really good piece. And so if you're going to use the white of the ecru, then you'd probably want the navy thread to go with that so that it's contrasting on that.
And it's only $9.99. Details are on your screen. It's 100% cotton. 467383 is your item number for that.
And I'm quite excited to see what people are going to make with this as well, because I love getting the photos in it. It's just so nice, especially if you've sort of recently started it, and it's just so relaxing.
Keep sending your pictures in if you want to. It is studio@thecraftstore.com.
And not only was I threading my needle, I was actually tracing my next design, and it is this quick. And so all I've got is one little bit. Now, it's really, really easy to line up when you have taken it away. So it's not one of those you think, oh my goodness, I should have stuck that down. I haven't done. How am I ever going to get it right again? You just look through, basically, and it's just so easy to transfer. And the pen that I'm using, this one is actually the one that's in the tote bag kit. But if you were going to use the one from the starter kit I mentioned, you'd probably use yellow on the navy as well as the white. And the other colours you'd use on the white of the ecru fabric. Okay. So it's ready to stitch. Basically, that was it. And I did show earlier how to unfurl the thread, and I think it's probably worth watching that. We can do it again if we get time, but it's definitely worth having a quick look back, because there's nothing like tied up thread.
Yeah, no.
And also a couple of different methods of starting. For this one, all of my workings are actually within here. No one can see them, so I'm going to put a knot, because it's not going to affect it. It's not. I knotted this, I can't find the knot, so I didn't put any extra bulk within that at all. So quick and easy, start with a knot on the back. So let's do that. And on your templates, it will show you which way to work. So on this one, I think I went all the way around the outside, back through the inside, and then, yeah, up and then down, and I'm ready to start again.
Is there a right way and wrong way?
No, it's just easier. Sometimes...
Or just a this way and that way?
If you sort of get... So if I was just doing the outside, I'd go all the way around to there, but then it'd be like, so do I go down there next, or go up there next?
Yeah.
So you work it out. And, you know, it's not the end of the world. It really isn't, because no one's seeing your thread travelling.
No.
And then I'm using the longer needle, because then, I'll get the right way round, it means that I can then get more. And can you see, you sort of put in the fabric on the needle rather than
or knitting,
the
isn't
needle
it?
through the fabric,
Yeah.
almost. And then what you're going to do is you're actually going to not only pull the needle through, but you're going to smooth the fabric away from the needle. And make sure you do smooth it as you go along so that it doesn't pucker. And let's go to the edge. So again, and I mentioned earlier, you know, if you sort of watch people doing this who are experts at this, and it's just so relaxing because they sort of sashay backwards and forwards, and it's just beautiful.
It looks really easy. And you were saying there's some YouTube videos of this, and they're doing it really quickly.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's fascinating.
It really is, and it's just such a lovely, lovely art form. And let me just have a look where we've got to there. Now, if you've got a design where you need to turn a corner, so if I just put that down a moment. We haven't really got it on here, but I can show you it anyway. On the border die, if we were actually going to go, we were going to stitch that, we're going to stitch that, and then we were going down here, just because this happened to be our design, and you've got a little bit of carrying room,
Yeah.
leave a little bit of extra thread behind. So on this one, I'm just going to miss out a couple of stitches, but let's say I was now going to head down to here.
Okay.
Onto that stitch there. What I would do is leave a little bit extra behind, so that you've got that little bit of a bag, so that your fabric's got plenty of room to move. Not too much, you don't need stitches to come out. When you wash it, it'll put itself in place, but it means that if you have it really tight, can you see, there's not much room for it to go if you then carry on stitching. So
Yeah.
just bear in mind, if you're going round a corner, then what you really want to do is just leave it a little bit of room, and then you're just going to carry on all the way around. And that really is all there is to it. It is just a running stitch. If you can put your needle up and down, then you can do it. I need to actually just pull that one out, because obviously that's in the wrong place, but it's really easy to pull out as well. The needles that you're using are large eye and sharp. Large eye so that you can get your thread through, and you can thread 1 or 2. I'm just seeing if I've got a sample next to me where I've used 2 strands. Did I use 2 strands in my brooch? Yes, I did, actually. So I've used 2 strands here.
That's a lovely brooch.
And it just gives it a little bit more impact.
Yeah.
And we had a look at that on the earlier show briefly, and that's using just 1 motif from the 7 Treasures.
I like
and there's
that.
just that much you can do, isn't there? Because actually I thought a long thin brooch would be quite nice, wouldn't it?
That would be nice, like for a scarf, to bring it to the centre and put a brooch on
It
it, or
would.
like a cape thing.
Or dungaree buttons.
Dungaree buttons, yes, they'd be fabulous.
Yeah, love my dungarees.
Lots of ideas.
Yeah. And then all you're going to do is just really have a nice time. So this one, it goes up and down.
So if you can go up, down, or in or out, you can do it.
You can do it. So just leave that little bit of extra, and then when you've got round the corners, you're off again. So if we just put some on the... I can't see where that one's going. And I just want to show you where we would use that thimble. So can you see that I've now got quite a lot going on there? If I was stitching through a stiff fabric like denim, for instance, I would need some help getting through the fabric with the needle, and so that ring thimble would be on this hand here.
Yep.
And it would mean then that I would have something to push against.
Do you want it?
No, I don't think it's necessary, because this fabric's not especially stiff.
But if you had something stiffer,
but if you're going to
helps you
do
push it in.
yeah, a denim skirt, something like that, then you would need that little bit of extra oomph to get through. And then all you're going to do is when you'd actually stitched your full design, which fortunately I've got one here, whoops, and then you're just going to layer it up. So I would iron on a bit of interfacing on the back, right way round, just to keep those stitches in place, and your wadding in between, and right sides together all the way around, leave a gap for opening, turn it.
Love that. So here's the question, going back to the quilting technique.
Yeah.
Could you put all the layers together before you stitch it? Would that have any benefit or any different effect?
It would have a benefit in that you would then have that quilted design through all of your layers.
Yeah.
Depending what your wadding is and how thick it is, you're going to be able to bend it to a certain extent. You're probably not going to be able to do this to it.
Yeah.
But actually, if you want to use it for a template for hand quilting, which I think is just a beautiful thing to do, then, you know, if you have to go up and down, you know, I'm not a purist, I'm not a sashiko expert here. I would use this as a decorative Japanese inspired technique, and, you know, be experimental with it.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I think it's great if you were to put that on the front of a card.
Absolutely.
Because that would be a lovely gift for somebody.
Yes.
And then they could take it from the card and that they can use it for any kinds of different projects.
Well, I mean, you were saying about quilting, maybe, but actually this would make a super little quilt box, wouldn't it?
Actually, you could send all your friends the template. You could draw it on. They could all stitch it. They could all make one, and they could bring it together and make it into a quilt or a blanket or a wall hanging, something like that.
Wall hanging would be absolutely beautiful.
Because everyone would
wouldn't
have
it?
different colours, wouldn't they? What a lovely idea. What a great idea. It really, really is. Now, we're very busy for the starter kit. It is excellent value for money. You've got your 4 templates in here. So you've got those lovely traditional patterns for you. You've also got the needles in there. So let me just pick this up, beg your pardon. So you've got, everything falls over, sorry. And then you've got your set of needles, so that's brilliant. Now, with these, let me see, are these the needles that stand up on their own?
Right, do you want... Oh, no,
Have you got a set
mine.
there?
I have got a set here, so you'll find...
If you have a look at,
that when you open them, there we go.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, then just sit there in their own little stand, and it's a nice secure little case, this one as well, because you've got the locating lug things there, just so that if you are carrying it around, or if it's, you know, it's in a pouch, then they are nice and secure.
Love that. You've also got your thread as well. It's beautiful thread if you've never used it before. You've got your pen. I love this. You've got your different colours in here for going through on your templates, because you might have different coloured fabrics. So you've got a red in there, you've got a blue, a green, a yellow, a white, and I think there is like it's either a purple or a brown that's in there. But it's the similar pens that you used to get at school. You just push up and it comes out at the end. You probably won't have it that far out. You can just push it back a little bit. There you go. So you've got your different colours in there. Then you've got your fabric, which is 142 centimetres by ½ a metre. And then you can start to put together those gorgeous designs. Isn't this amazing? You don't need anything else apart from a pair of scissors, really, which is lovely. So that's your lovely cherry blossom design. You've got that gorgeous flower design in there, and you can use as much or as little of these as you like. And then you've got that lovely, it's like scales or sea waves.
Blue sea waves.
Yeah.
Blue sea waves. Waves of good luck.
Oh, I like that. And then this one here, which is interesting. This was the weights.
The fondue.
Interesting. It could just be a balancing of the two things on top of each other. To me, that looks like an elephant wearing a hat. Because if you take that off, there's your elephant with a trunk and 2 ears.
Okay, well, you hang on to that thought for our next activity.
Oh, hello. £32.99, 629 866 is your item number. That's your starter kit. Now, the big bundle of templates we've got for you, it's also proven to be busy, actually. You've got 3 that are in the starter kit just here. You've got your border and then you've got your hemp, £26.95, saving £3 on that whole collection. So again, you've got those wonderful designs to start putting together and start designing. You could put them in a hoop like that if you wanted to, or you could then place it on a project. And there's a nice little pillow cushion there. That could be for a little hot water bottle, or it could even be a little clutch bag, which would be really nice. 824704 is your item number. Right. Rosella?
Right, and so I've given you some white fabric. Now, obviously, not obviously, but the patterns we've got are traditional.
Yes.
However, some women would then have their own patterns, personal to them, so a bit of a trademark pattern. So I thought we'd have a little bit of a play, because it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, and we'll create our own patterns, Janice.
Can I freestyle?
You can freestyle.
How do I know the size of the stitch? Do I just roughly guess a piece
You're
of
going to
rice?
use the templates, Janice.
Oh, of course we are.
Which is where your elephant came into it, because that's your starter for 10, isn't it?
That's going to be my elephant, yes.
Yes. Can you take the templates from there?
I can,
Yeah,
I can.
let's have a
Well,
play.
I can now.
That's exactly what I thought. So I've got a couple to start with. This first one was, I thought I quite liked the thought of sort of everlasting rings. So I actually used the...
Shall I just start doing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Waves, one way, and then I turned it round and did it the next way. So traditionally, when you come to a junction, you wouldn't cross your threads over, you just sort of come up against it. So I've tried to do that as well. So one way and then the other. And then what I've done on this outer edge, and I'll show this in a moment, is just I've whipped my running stitch. So I've got a bit of more of a border with this as well. And I thought actually that would make a really nice pattern, as well as being Olympic rings as well, because it's an Olympic year, isn't it, this year?
It is. Other events are available. Just forget we said that.
And then this one, a little butterfly. So again, I've taken half of the 7 treasures for our butterfly wings here. I've used the little border dies for our body here. He's got a French knot head.
Yeah.
And then I've taken from the Sakura, I've taken just a little bit of detail for my butterfly wings. So that's my starters. How are we getting on your side?
I'm getting all right. I'm all right. I will show you in a moment's time. So I didn't know whether to do that and that, but I've done that instead. All will be needed to extend that a little bit. Thank you. Let's do that
Whilst you're
there.
doing that, I'm just going to put some thread on here and just show you how to do that whipped running stitch.
Now I was going to put. No. Shall I? I don't know.
You're overthinking.
Do you know what I am? But I've just thought of another great idea. You'll know this in a moment.
Okay.
Let's just put those down. Put that there. That one there. That one there. That one there. Did I do that one there? I did. Right. Oh well. Yeah. So I've come up with the elephant design. Let me show you here. And the 2 bits at the side are actually going to be the tusks. Now I know that they join up with the bottom, but I might just do 1 stitch less. But there's my elephant.
That is amazing.
Yeah, and I could stitch some eyes in just by doing a cross. I did think about the circles there, but then I would have to just template my own.
Yeah.
Little rice pieces.
Yeah.
Should I do that?
Go for it.
I'm going to do that.
Whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to show you a whipped running stitch. So, I'm just going to unthread my needle first. Let's put that back in again. So you're going to start off with a running stitch. You're going to running stitch your entire design. And then you're going to come up underneath and in between one of the stitches and put your needle through. Now the thing about a whipped running stitch is that your needle always heads through in the same direction. So we're going to go from the outside in. So you're going to go over, you're going to go over, and what it does do is create then more of a border. Now don't split your thread, so possibly use the eye of the needle. Oops, I'm losing my cloth. To go through. And if you use more of a contrasting thread, it would show up a little bit more, but this was what happened to be on the table at the time. So that would be a whipped running stitch, and on this circular one I've actually done that from each side.
Okay.
Another one that you could do is actually a laced running stitch. It's the same, except this time your needle's going to go from each direction. So I'll just turn that around. So on this one it's come up, so we'll go back down. It's gone back up. There we go. So slightly different effect. but again, it just gives you a little bit more substance to the border on each of those. So have a little bit of a play as well, maybe.
I need some cotton now.
Okay, coming that well. Do you need it threaded up? Are you going to stitch it?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just need a pair of scissors actually, because I can use what I've got here. I wonder if I'll get in a pair of scissors.
Yeah, I can't pass you the scissors. Of course I can't pass you the scissors. I can't reach you.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to do some shashishko.
So there we go. You've got your whipped running stitch. You've got your laced running stitch on there as well. Okay, so that's my two designs.
Okay.
I'm intrigued as to how you're getting on over there with the elephant.
Well, I shall just cut some thread, and then you will see how I'm getting on with the elephant. Do you want me? Shall I show you the design before I start to stitch it, or shall I just stitch it and then show you? Do you want to see? That's okay. So I've added the eyes. And I thought to myself, how do I do them? Do I put my own little, with the round circle? I thought, no, this is shashishko. So I need to keep it traditional, don't I? I can't do a round circle. Not really. Well,
it could be a Janice stitch, you see.
It could, but I need to stab myself in the eye. Which is what shashishko means, isn't it? Little stabs.
Little stabs.
But please don't stab yourself in the eye. See, I've done the eyes like that.
I'm assuming I've got a camera in. Yes.
Yeah.
So did you just use...
I will show you. I used the stitch markers there.
Yeah.
Just to, if I can line this up, the other way. No, that way, wasn't it? Yeah. So I'd put the two stitches like that, see? So those are the two eyes, and then I'd turn it over and I'd do the two stitches that way, and then that is just a single stitch like that.
Fantastic. And as long as they are no longer than your grain of rice,
yes,
and no wider than the straw, you're good to go, aren't you?
Yeah, and that's from the template, so they're absolutely not wider. Oh, now I'm going to have to thread the needle. Concentrate on Rosella for a minute.
Yeah, come to me and I'll just show you how to finish off. So, so on the reverse, and again, now this is assuming that you're going to put some backing on here. You would just weave through wherever you are, and you can see that I've already got the pink and the red on there woven through as well. If you've got, maybe it's a placemat, maybe you've got the quilting in there and you don't want your workings to show.
Yeah.
What you can do is just do a couple of little back stitches over what you've already got there. Because you're going to wash it, so the thread's going to sort of nestle in where it wants to be. It's don't worry about, not belt and braces on this, just a couple of little stitches should be all it needs then to stay in place, and you've got your little designs.
Do you know, I need my toothbrush design for threading a needle. I'm rubbish at threading needles. Any tips?
Yeah, so if you hold your thread in your right hand between your
I've
left
done
hand.
it.
Oh, there you go.
Oh my goodness, look at that. You just started telling me and I've done it. Right, let me do some shashishko. Shashishko. Why you do that? Let me see. I'm a bit cack-handed, so I'm going to start where I start. Do I start underneath?
Yes.
Okay. And then there you go. So I'll do that to that. And then I'll come up there to that, into that, up there to that, thrilling television, down there to that, up there to that. Do I just keep going on my needle until
it's full? Or until, you find that you need to turn a corner and you can't, then pull it through. And remember to smooth your fabric.
Yep, okay, I've done that. I'm going to do now, I'm going to carry along on that line. And then I'm getting into this. Right. What do I do now? Oh, hello, I didn't know you were watching me.
That's it, push it through. Or
I need to push it back up again, don't I?
Doesn't matter, you can do it from the back, that's fine.
I push that up, and then what do I do? Pull that out?
Yes, but as you pull your fabric away from your needle as well, rather than pulling your needle straight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da.
Look.
Da-da-da-da.
Wow.
There you go.
That's very neat.
Started. Oh, thank you. Right, let's pull that through. Oh, look, there's even more now. I've pulled my needle out.
There you go.
Do you like that?
I do like that.
That's really, really
coming
neat.
up with an
elephant
here. Places.
Well,
that's
no.
wonderful.
Oh, thank you. You're a good teacher. You're a good teacher. Right, I'm going to carry on. What else have you got to show us? Have we only got 2 minutes left? Yeah. Oh my word! I just want to carry on. You see, you know, once you know how to do it, and that's it. I'm just carrying it. Do you know what? It kind of is like knitting, but you're just placing the stitching onto your cotton.
Yes, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're sort of placing the fabric onto the needle, aren't you, rather than the other way around.
Now I need to pull that through. Look, 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 look. I've done more. Look at that.
That is great. And actually, how quick is that? Because,
Isn't
you know,
that
in
quick?
5 minutes and you'd be around that motif, wouldn't you?
Yeah, gone from the concept of putting that elephant together. The elephant isn't included. That's my design. You can use it if you want to when you get it home. I'll allow you to. I've got an angel policy. I am an angel. This is brilliant. Isn't this good?
It's very compulsive, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is, because when you start, because it's so easy, you just want to carry on. Right, we've got the different starter kits. Just go on the website and have a look. I just want to carry on doing this. No, I didn't mean that. We've got the starter kits for you. I've demolished this starter kit because I'm using one of the templates. So that is the template that goes with that. Let's put that together. There you go. We've also got the erasable pen and your needles in there. So it's a great little starter kit because you've got the fabric that goes with that, haven't you?
Yep.
Which is lovely. I'm just trying to... Do you want to read out what's on the air whilst I carry on stitching?
629866. You've got the sashiko starter kit, including your fabric templates, those fabric, pencil, embroidery, everything you need to start this wonderful, wonderful compulsive.
I'm going round a corner. I'm actually going round a corner. I've got 30 seconds. Don't worry, I can still go round a corner. I've not even done his trunk yet. That shouldn't take long.
All you need with this is a pair of scissors, and you need to get your end inner and your end rings, because actually whoever's stitching it is not going to do it for you.
Look at this, I went round a corner, everybody. Look. Oh, I sound like an annoying child, don't I? Look. Rosella, thank you ever so much.
It's been brilliant.
Oh, I love working with you. I'm going to carry on working on my elephant. We'll see you in a few moments' time. Oh, I thought Rosella was going to do the menu. I'm still doing my stitching. Studio Light, Say It With Flowers is coming up next. Be your creative best with cricket after that. And then, oh, we're not letting Leonie loose at this time of night.
Hi, I'm Ali Reeve. I'm from the company Stamps Away. Stamps Away is a family-run company with my husband and I. We create all things crafty, especially with a passion for mixed media. At Stamps Away we create a lot of MDF products because we have laser cutters and router cutters. We also create our own stencils and masks. We try and make everything we can in-house so that you've got all the materials you need to create your projects. You'll expect to see lots of different techniques, lots of ways of using the products that we